Just making sure the game works, folks. Just making sure the game works, folks. Damn it. Hang on one sec, boys. Alright, I think we're good. Alright. I think we're all set here. The game audio is a little low. I feel like it's almost lower than yesterday. I might boost it a little bit. Yes! Censor nudity. Ooh. This is a whole thing we had yesterday about not wanting to get super banned. So... I'm just gonna wait a second, see if anybody pops in. What's this? And then we'll get started. I'm not gonna wait too long. You know, we got some people just popping in before, and I'm hoping we can get that again. But we'll see. We'll see. No, don't do that. Ooh, sparkly. I have 4 viewers, apparently. That's 4 too many. But I think we're just gonna get right into it, and I'll glance at chat periodically because you know, visual novels, it's you gotta read them. They require some focus, and I don't have the tech to have the chat up on the side at the moment, so I'll just check on it periodically. For those of you that are new, you missed the ball exposure yesterday of trying to figure out how any of this works. Where the fuck did I stop? I did not keep my saves organized. 1351, 1357. Okay, it's this one. It's this one. Okay, cool, great. Fantastic. So when we left off, we helped Sayuri because she bumped her head. We've been hanging out with Sayuri and Yuri mainly. I don't really give a shit about the other guys. And then we have to show the poems. We have to show the poems to the people. So we're gonna jump right into it. Gotta get a reading voice ready. All right. This game was a lot of fun yesterday. It was a lot of fun for, you know, a visual novel. I mean, there's no gameplay, but I still had a lot of fun. So we're gonna get right in there. All right, we're gonna show our poem to Sayuri first. Oh God, the Steam FPS counter in the corner. Let me get rid of that. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna get rid of it. Yesterday's stream was at 720. I bumped her up to 1080, so you guys can let me know if there's anything wrong with that. But we're just gonna go. Malls. Oh God, I don't even remember the voices I did. Oh man. Your poems are seriously amazing. I can't believe you never told me how good of a poet you were. Huh? Sorry, I'm really not that great. You're the only one who likes my poems this much. Really? I guess I'll be honest with you. I find it easier to write poems when I'm thinking about our memories together. Jesus Christ. Come on a little thicker, why don't you? Like, oh, God. Oh, God. We're an anime protagonist through and through. Eh? Really? It sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? I nervously laugh, noticing the blush that's crept up on Sayuri's cheeks. I don't know. I feel like my life's kinda boring. Like, whatever happens in it, it's just literally that. Whereas with you, well, whenever I look back on our memories, everything seemed to be such an adventure whenever you were around. Like when we went exploring in that forest near our house ages ago. You made it sound like there was an exciting adventure, kinda like we were both archaeologists or something. Whereas if I went there myself, I'd just think I was going for a stroll in the forest, because I'm a boring fucking bastard. Ah, fuck. How am I going to get any ladies with a personality like this? Oh, no. I glance over at Sayuri. She has a faraway look on her face, wearing a wistful smile. Yeah, I remember that. I was convinced there was a spooky wood troll around. I'm not even reading the dialogue correctly. This is the quality you can expect. Wah! That's exactly what I mean. You've got such a vivid imagination, and I guess I can tap into that imagination whenever I'm thinking about you. This... Oh, man. Oh, I can't handle it. We have this sort of connection. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And it's still there, even after all these years. Oh, fuck. Oh. Starting... Oh, man. I did better yesterday at reading. I think I sort of understand what you mean. Can I ask you a favor, Moles? What's up? Can I, keep this poem? This is, the first time you've written something for me. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but I didn't write it for you. But okay, you can keep it. I still don't think my poetry skills are anything special. I can have it? Yay! Thank you! Hold on a sec. Sorry, not everyone has read my poem yet, so I think it'd be unfair to give you my poem right now. Oh, that's true. I should have thought of the others first. It's fine. I get that you're just excited. I'll give it to you later, okay? Okay! Anyway, I still need to read yours. Oh! I totally forgot. It's nowhere near as good as yours, though. I'm sure I'll like it. Oh, I like this song. This is nice. It's nice. It's relaxing. I dig it. Sorry, I was just checking some stream stuff. That's why I'm not reading it, but we're good to go. I pop off my scalp like a tit of a... fuck. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams, little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put that bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles all in a row. My collection makes a lot of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile beneath my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They are supposed to be from my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, echo, echo inside my head. Whoa! That got darker as it went on. It's hard to hear you over the music. Really? Because I thought it was a little quiet, personally. But I can adjust. I just fixed it. You let me know if that's any better. I fussed with the OBS settings more than the in-game settings, so you let me know. Wow, Sayuri, I didn't expect this at all. Did you really write this? Of course I did! Remember, I said I'd write the best poem ever yesterday. Well, here it is. After all, Monica has taught me a lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. So what's this poem about? I suppose that much was obvious. Unlike Yuri or Monica's poems, Sayori's are relatively simple to figure out. So, if I've interpreted this correctly, you're basically doing everything you can to keep your friends happy. Yay, you got it! I really enjoyed writing this one. Just getting your thoughts out onto paper and turning them into a poem, it's like magic. Well, I think it's amazing. You should be really proud of it. Ah, thank you, Malls. That means a lot. I didn't think it was that good, though. Nah, it's great, seriously. I can't help but notice the later half of this poem isn't quite as cheery. In fact, it's somewhat alarming, a very dark contrast from the cheeriness I'm used to with Sayori. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I turned down the OBS thing. You didn't tell me if it was good enough yet. I'm hoping it is. Hoping it's fine. Although maybe I'm looking into this a little too much, but the end of the poem is pretty dark. And you said you've been you said you've been in touch with your feelings recently. I'm just checking. Is everything okay? Of course, silly. I forgot to tell you, I really like writing about bittersweet stuff. Stuff that isn't just happy or just sad. A mixture of the two. And this poem shows what I mean. It's just my writing style. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Well, either way, I'm glad you're enjoying writing so much. I hope you keep it up. Good to have a hobby. Of course, and hopefully you'll also stick with it. So I look forward to seeing all the poems you write in the future. Well, no guarantees there. But just from seeing the passion in Sayori's eyes, it's hard to be pessimistic. Who should I poem to next? Who should I poem to next? I can speak good. Monica. Monica. Oh, God, I forgot! I forgot how derpy the sprite is! Oh, Don't like it. Don't like it. Nope. Hi again, Malls. I'm trusting the club's been doing you well? Same answer as yesterday. That's nice to hear. So how's the writing going? Alright, I guess. Just alright? No, I guess I should say that it's revolutionized my world and brought color into my previously lifeless life. Well, I say that, but the club, if not the poetry, really has made my days more interesting. Okay. Can it with the sarcasm, mister. At least you're not hating it, though, right? Nah, it's been an interesting experience, at the very least. Gives me a new hobby to do. I'm happy that you're applying yourself, at least. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Masterpiece! I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, I can see you put some good effort in here. Very sincere poem, once again, and very similar to Sayori's poetry. You might still have more in common with her than you think. Maybe. It's easier to write that is an awkwardly constructed line. It's easier to write about from my heart when I'm thinking about nostalgic things. So that must be it. Writing poetry must be... fuck. That line fucked me up. For this line, too. It's this line's fault. It's not my fault. Writing poetry while wearing rose-tinted glasses, then. Well, it's not like I do it intentionally. That's just how my brain works. I mean, even if you did, there's nothing wrong with that. Poetry can be seen as another way to express your inner emotions. A way that you can use that an ordinary prose can't describe what's in your mind. So writing about how your long-lost childhood friend makes you feel is just as valid, I say. Writing about how the human condition is inherently full of conflict? I'm guessing the latter is more of a Yuri poem. You might think that, but actually, a style like Sayori's could fit that theme just as well. Really? Well, how do you figure? Well, first off, have you ever heard of the poet Robert Frost? I think I have, probably in English class somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if you learned about him in class. He's an incredibly famous American poet, after all. Anyway, it's easy to recognize his poetry since he always used classic meters and tons of monologues and dialogues. He was also pretty fond of themes centering around nature in New England. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that doesn't really sound anything like Sayori's poetry. No, you're actually right. She doesn't have the lyricism that Frost had, and not too many of their themes intersect. I guess that the mood of their poetry is what strikes me as similar. Both of them write incredibly sincere and powerful poems, even though they aren't mind-bogglingly complex or anything. And although their poems may seem to be about one thing at first, with another read-through, you might find that there's actually a deeper meaning behind the words. That does sound a bit more like Sayori's poetry now that you mention it. Is she really that deep? Malls, you shouldn't underestimate Sayori. In fact, why don't you ask her for another look at her poetry? Then you'll see what I mean. Alright. I'll talk to her about it sometime. But in the meantime, you want to show me your poem now? I think it's about time you let your poem shine. Sure thing, Malls. I think the way this one turned out, I'd hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Pressurized, I float there, in vast hollow emptiness, large but small, grandiose and overthinking, yet a dust mote, drifting, meandering, carried along in endless void. But then I realize, my eyes open, bloodshot, my mouth opens, gasping for breath in this crushing, suppressing, restraining, boundless, everlasting, suffocating vacuum of torment, atmosphere of Pascal Tor, screaming with no mouth, stretching, restraining, unrelenting, clawing with no nails, disintegrating in a suffocating poem of absence. It's almost like she knows she's in a visual novel. Very good poem. I like the poems. They're fun. That's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Really are freeform, too, if that's what you'd call it. I guess that's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. The other girls don't do this stuff nearly as much as you, at least. Yeah, you could say that they're a bit more traditional when it comes to their structure. But I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. It's fragments, everything, and leaves a dissonant tone with the reader. I see. I guess there's a lot of things you can do with poetry. Definitely. Poetry is very much an art form. You're meant to craft poems using never-before-seen combinations of words to interpret the world around you. You really love poetry, huh? Maybe you should write a poem about poetry someday. That's not a bad idea. Anyway, it's so hard for me to tell what your poem's about. Sometimes asking what a poem about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression or a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? Well, my art, yeah. Now that we've all had to experience that at some point with the poetry discussions and all, but it can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. If you find other people who enjoy writing, though, then sharing becomes a lot easier, because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. Yeah, it definitely is more helpful getting real criticism and feedback rather than just empty words. I guess I've really hit the mother lode with the literature club. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Tsundere. Sometimes I just get lost in the music. It's very nice. Well, it's not bad, but it's not good. Honestly, it's just like your first poem. Yeah, I did kind of try to write it like my first one, although I did attempt to make it a bit better. Well, mission accomplished, I guess. Still, same things as last time. Try to make it more creative. It's just kind of bland as is. Noted. Oh yeah, I should probably show you mine. Here. I don't get it. I don't get why people will hate on good rhymes. They act like it's dumb and a waste of their time. I don't diss their free verse or deep subject types. Be bark all you want. Just keep in your gripes. Oh sure, you can tell me if you have a problem. Just keep it constructive, and things will be awesome. I'd like you to know that our readers will differ. There is no best style, you smug old clue sniffer. Oh god. There's going to be another fight today. My poems may be simple and often straightforward, but charm can be found in such whimsy and order. Not all poems can be as complex as you'd like. If you think otherwise, you can go take a hike. What about kids, or the elderly too? Some read for fun, I guess unlike you. Let us just go and enjoy what is written. You won't like it at all, that much is given. But give things a chance, you might find something nice. Just open your mind, and that will suffice. So, what do you think? I mean, it's well written at least. I'm not sure how I should confront Natsuki about this, but to say that she still holds a grudge from yesterday would be an understatement. God forbid Yuri see this poem. Heh, well that's a given. But yeah, you could say that I was inspired. It really felt good to pound out these lines. Poetry's an amazing emotional outlet, you know. Anyway, I can't wait to show Yuri this poem. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, there's some fists about to go down. Oh, this cannot end well. This is really bad. This almost feels worse than it was in the original game. Because in the original game, it was like, oh, something fucks going on. It's semi-supernatural and shit, and the fight just is a part of that. But this is a bit more down to earth and realistic. And I say this about an anime game, I know, but it's a bit more down to earth than the original because it's a fan mod, and that's the point. And that almost makes it worse because it's just like, oh god, they're gonna fight. It's gonna be really bad, and then you have to deal with the consequences because the time's not gonna reset. So, you know. Wait, hold on. What? Natsuki, do you really think that showing her this poem is a good idea? You're really going at her throat with this. Don't you think that you should work out your issues with her? Yeah, well, she never tries to see things my way, so why should I? I think that's the wrong way to go about this. Relationships are a two-way street. Both people have to work on things to make things right. Why don't you try being the bigger person and just talk to her first? But I already know what she's not going to try. She's just always so preoccupied with looking complicated and smart. It's clear to me that she doesn't care if anyone can understand her, including me. You can't understand her if you don't even try. She might. Oh, fuck. I don't know why these lines are coming up. She might speak using a more complex vocabulary, and she may have mannerisms that seem strange to you, but from what I've seen of the both of you, she's more similar to you than you might think. Eh? Aren't you judging a book by its cover right now? Yeah. Well, whatever. You can't hold this grudge forever, you know. At least think of Monica and Sayuri. Fine, I won't show Yuri my poem. Are you happy? I won't be happy until you try to talk to her. She's not going to bite, Natsuki. Ugh. Alright, I get it. I'll try to talk to her sometime. Thanks, you're gonna do the club proud. Shut it! Man, now I have to hide this poem away. I worked really hard on it, you know. You could easily turn that energy away towards more positive things, though, right? I guess so. Ugh, I'm just frustrated that my poem's message missed the mark this time. You should always try to make something people can take the message away from. Remember that. Anyway, I'm gonna write a good one tomorrow, so just you wait. You know, I'm coming around to Natsuki. She's not so bad. Why is the screen all black? But the screen's black? I feel like I would have been told if the screen's black. I don't know when that would happen. Let me check the stream. The screen's not black for me. I'm looking at my Twitch feed right now, and it's the game. I'm just double checking by going into the menu and looking at the Twitch stream. Yeah, it looks fine on my end. I want to make sure you guys can see this before I continue. You know, but everything looks like I see the game. I see settings. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's what you're supposed to be seeing. So, yeah, weird. If the issue persists, Dark Shadow, you let me know. But I and Cat5 here, we see the game. So just let me know, and we'll look into it deeper for you. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. Oh, would you like me to take a look at your poem? If it's anything like yesterday's, it should be wonderful. That's a lie, and you know it. How can I put this? Yuri takes a deep breath. I think it's a good thing to experiment with your style, Moles. This looks like something Sayuri or Monica would write, doesn't it? Or perhaps Natsuki. Well, I guess I wanted to try writing in their styles a bit, you know? I stretched the back of my head sheepishly. Why do I feel embarrassed saying that? Yes, I figured as much. But of course, that's completely fine. I know my style is a bit convoluted, so I understand that you wouldn't like it. But at the end of the day, I write for myself, not for anyone else. So that's why one person's disapproval. So what's one more person's disapproval, right? It's not... No! God damn it. It's not that I disapprove. It's just I like writing in my thing better. Yours is fine. Me doing my thing is not disapproval of your thing. I hope that's what the main character says. Yuri smiles weakly. Yuri? Eh? I really don't think it's anything like that. Just because your poems are different in structure, I don't think that means I dislike yours. If anything, your style is really good, and I think if I tried to emulate it, it'd come off as a really poor copy, you know? I see. Please, forgive me. Sometimes my thoughts just fly away from me like that. Anyway, pushing the boundaries in poetry can be a great thing. Metaphors might seem complicated sometimes, but don't stress them out too much. Well, of course, you want to choose images that can capture the message you're trying to get across. I think the first things that come to mind are probably the clearest. Even if the metaphor doesn't seem to make any sense, it can force your reader to think about something they wouldn't normally. That's one way to truly enable your readers to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. I think I might give that a go with my next poem. No, I'm not. Nope. Sayuri all day. I just realized I'm streaming through my VPN. I wonder if that's fucking with the stream any. It seems to be doing okay. It might just be a bit more of a delay. Normally I turn it off for streams, but if everything's okay, I'm just going to keep it like this to avoid interruptions. Thank you for sharing that with me, Yuri. Well, if you'd like to see an example of that, I've written something that captures that essence. Sure, I'd love to take a look. If it's something you like, if it's something you've written, I'm sure it'll floor me. Haha. Yuri smiles shyly, handing me her poem. Resist. A whimsical tiny... I don't know what that word is. What the fuck is that word? Cerise friend? A whimsical tiny cerise friend sleeps along my amber bookend, dreaming about a sanguine day where... oh fuck, I'm so bad at Criffit. Where mist, slender... lampposts play. She beckons me, her hand extends, piercing pupils readily send, azure channels bend and twist, cautiously held above the wrists. I don't know about that line. However she finds her advances shunned, always creaking, always stunned, never able to draw the lance across my arms. She's never danced. This seems like it's about cutting herself. Perhaps it would be for the best if I laid her down to rest, whilst I hadn't given in to painful pleading from within. I think that it might be smart to save the song of fumbling hearts, lest fears make me dizzily fall, and answer her violent call. Yeah, like I said, I upped the quality to 1080p. The last one was in 720p. Because I figured, why not? Especially with this game, which requires, like, fucking almost no CPU resources. Though, yesterday when I streamed, CPU resources were at, like, 1%, and now they're at 10. Which is probably thanks to the higher resolution and the higher bitrate. Except the bitrate as well. So hopefully everything's a bit clear for everybody. And since I'm playing games like these, I probably plan to stay focused on games like these for the foreseeable future, because really heavily story-focused games are just easier to stream. For me, anyway. Probably going to stay like that for the foreseeable future. Might play Persona 4, but I don't imagine that game will be too resource-intensive, so... I felt a bit guilty after yesterday's argument with Natsuki. I wanted to experiment with my style a bit more. Hopefully it's not too confusing. No, it's fine. Even if it's a bit more involved than yesterday's, I still like it. I'm noticing a lot more symbolism as well. I don't want to assume anything, but the tone of this poem... I'm not too sure how to describe it. Yes, I really wanted to test my abilities in creative expression. I didn't go too far, did I? No, it's really good. I just don't know if I'm good enough at this to deduce the meaning. If I had to explain it, I'd say it's about a closely guarded secret. I imagine everyone has a little something like that. Something you're forced to keep to themselves for fear of ridicule. It's nice to be able to write about that sort of thing every now and then. If it's something you enjoy doing, shouldn't you write about it more? Well, it's not that simple. It's something I'm uncomfortable talking about. I'm not sure people would understand. If anyone were to find out about it, well, I guess as long as it's not hurting anyone, people shouldn't pry. Do you think so? Sorry, I was just thinking of something. It's a good point, though. The best I can do is try to embrace my own weirdness, right? Otherwise, I think I'd hate myself. Sorry to keep you so long. Thank you for allowing me to ramble. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Actually, Natsuki and I haven't shared yet. Uh-oh. I can feel the storm coming. Can you feel the storm? It's coming. Yuri hesitatingly approached Natsuki, who isn't meeting her eyes, and considering Natsuki's poem for today, it's no wonder that she doesn't want to share it with Yuri. Judging by Monika and Sayuri's anxious expression, they seem to be thinking along the same lines as I. Hang on a sec, water break. Gotta stay hydrated. It's super fucking hot in the last couple days. This is 31 degrees out. Ugh. I can practically see Natsuki sweating pinballs. Meanwhile, Yuri appears to be blissfully unaware of the situation. I'm convinced Natsuki to reconcile with Yuri, but she sees Natsuki's poem. Well, it's all over. So, Natsuki, if I may, how about we do this tomorrow instead? I'm not feeling well. It's... Oh, I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that. Oh. It says it's 31 degrees on my Pixel. We have the air conditioning on, but it's not super good upstairs, so I have a fan down, like, outside my room to blow air into it, and have another fan next to me to keep me cool. It's doing an okay job. Oh, fuck, I don't want to read that line. Oh, man. Quality is good. Yeah, I imagine... I put my bitrate... My friend said not to go higher than 6,000 because that's the highest Twitch does. Or was it 7,000? I just doubled it. It was at like 2,400 and I boosted it to 4,000 because I figured that was good enough for a game like this. If there's any image quality issues, we can up it again. But I didn't really see a need to put it up. I imagine this looks fine. I'll be going through the VODs. I'm going to be uploading the VOD, the first of the VODs later today. I think I'm going to break it into half-hour chunks or so. But yeah, no, that's fine. It's my time of the month. I can practically see Monica internally face-falling. Yeah, I am too. You must have forgotten this club isn't all girls anymore. Is that so? I'm sorry. You must feel absolutely terrible if you can't even share your poem today. You don't need to apologize. It's not your fault. I can definitely share tomorrow. Well, even if you aren't well enough to share your own poem, would you like to see mine? I wrote it thinking of our argument the other day. I suppose that I wanted to show you that I'm more open-minded than I may have appeared, as a way of repenting. I know that's not much, but hopefully this can contribute to a reconciliation between us. Although we may have our disagreements, I would like to consider you a friend, and friends forgive each other. Sorry if that's presumptuous of me to say. No, it's not presumptuous of you to say that. It's because I'd like to consider you a friend too. So you can hand over that poem then. With a shy smile, Yuri hands the sheet of paper in her hands over to Natsuki. As Natsuki reads the poem, her eyes widen. You're writing using rhyme and stuff? Like me? You could say that you convinced me to practice adding more lyricism to my poetry. Natsuki looks like she's speechless for once. Thanks, Yuri! This is awesome! There's really no need to thank me. Well, I'm really glad that I got to know you, and I'll definitely have something that'll knock your socks off tomorrow. Then I'll be looking forward to that. I do hope that you feel better tomorrow as well, so that you can share your work with me then. Ha! Yeah, of course! That was a crisis and a half diverted. I'm really glad that Natsuki and Yuri worked things out, and it seems like Monica and Sayuri feel the same way. It's good to see everyone getting along. Now that we're done sharing, though, I have something to discuss with you all. There's a great opportunity for expanding the club that's coming up. Is this about the festival? You could say that. Do we really have to do something? It's only in a few days, so it's not like we'll be able to come up with anything good. Yes, that's something I'm concerned with as well. With such little time left to prepare, I doubt we'll be able to put something together good enough to attract new members. Yeah, we'll just end up embarrassing ourselves. Oh, don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Nothing more than a few decorations. I can design some pamphlets to hand out at the school, at the event, and Sayuri made posters to put up around the school. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I was getting ahead of myself. We're going to put on a poetry performance. A what? Monica, everyone's going to choose one poem and recite it out loud. It doesn't have to be written by you, as long as you put your heart into the recitation. Although, of course, it'd be great if you could show off your own work. And the cool part is, we're going to let everyone else come up with and recite their poems too. Yeah, I put a thing on the poster that says bring your own poems. It's gonna be so cool. Sayuri pulls the poster out of her bag and holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? Don't tell me you started putting those posters up already. Well, I did. Do you really think this is a bad idea? Well, you didn't even ask us before you started advertising. We never agreed to stand up in front of a bunch of random people and perform our poems. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, yes, let's please calm down and take a moment to think about it.
I understand that you two haven't had much experience sharing your poems out loud. In fact, we all haven't done that much, but I still think we should try our best. Look around. Monica motions to all of us. We're all here because we have a passion for literature in this club. Don't you want to share your passion with the other people to inspire them to pursue their inner writer? Yeah. Checking chat.
I can't go 4K because I would get banned because that's way above what Twitch allows. I'm streaming at 1080. But my upload's really good. My down isn't so great, but my upload's really good, so I don't think there's been a problem with that. I probably could play a multiplayer game and stream at the same time. 4,000. Oh yeah, 4,000 bits. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes more sense. Yeah. It's all about exploring yourself and trying new things, all while having fun. Monica and I are not hard. I keep questioning whether or not this mod is going to have a hard swerve or not. It makes me nervous. Natsuki and Yuri, on the other hand, remain silent. Guess that means it's my turn to say something. I mean, I don't think it's that much to ask. As Monica said, we're all here because we care about the club and want to see it flourish. And if all that means a 2-minute performance, then I think we can manage. Sorry, and Monica's faces light up as I finish speaking. Hey, it isn't like we don't care about the club. It's just, do we really have to perform? You know how hard it is to get new members? It's because people are just narrow-minded jerks. They don't even give literature a chance. Who's to say this festival will be any different? I'm inclined to agree with Natsuki. I'm sorry, Monica. I know how much you want to do this, but I just can't imagine performing in front of a crowd of strangers. Well, at least Yuri and Natsuki have proven they can agree on something. Monica sighs. Her eyes close as she rubs her temples. Look, guys, I know you're anxious. I understand that. I really do. To be honest with you, I'm a little bit nervous myself. After all, it's my club, so people are going to judge me the most if our performance doesn't go well. Natsuki, if it makes you feel any better, a few of my friends will be coming along. They're lovely people. They won't judge you for your tastes. I've known them for a few years, trust me. Natsuki huffs, turning away. She doesn't look particularly convinced. And Yuri, I know it's a scary thought, but I've thought of a way to ease you into it. Why don't we start by practicing our poems to each other in the club? No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? But... Monica, there's just gotta be something else we can do! Yuri nods vigorously at Natsuki's words, anxiety written all over her face. But guys... No, Sayuri, it's okay. If you guys really think we can do better than a poetry performance, then I'll gladly go along with an alternative. So, any ideas? An awkward silence fills the room. We all glance at each other anxiously before Sayuri finally speaks up. Oh, we could... Sayuri stops and thinks to herself for a moment. Wait, no, never mind. That wouldn't work. Once again, the room falls silent. Well then, I guess we can come up with something different. I guess we can't come up with something different after all. Monica laughs, attempting to ease the tension in the room. I guess you guys might not be the most on board with this idea, but I think it's our best option. Please, guys, please. Can you stop pressuring us? I'm honestly surprised Natsuki's putting up such resistance. I knew she was a little hot-headed, but even still. I'm not pressuring you, Natsuki. Both of them have raised their voices. Yuri looks a little startled, and Sayuri looks anxious to intervene. Oh, guys, please, there's no need to get angry. We can just discuss this normally. Monica reflects on Sayuri's words, looking a little ashamed of her outburst. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to raise my voice. This festival is important to me, that's all. Ever since I created this club, I've always wanted to show other people. Natsuki, Yuri, I imagine you were both a little apprehensive when Malls joined, right? After all, he was an unfamiliar face. She smiles warmly at me. But look, he's integrating really well. He's made the effort to get to know us and our individual writing styles. She turns to Yuri. And Yuri, remember at the start when we asked you for a book recommendation? Yuri nods, and Monica shoots her a knowing smile. Must have been lovely, being able to share a book you're so passionate about with a new person, right? Yes, it was enjoyable discussing it with you, Malls. Oh, fuck, I fucked it up. Yeah, likewise. It's just something I'd normally read, so without you, it would have gone unnoticed. See, guys? Maybe we'll find more people who are just as into horror, Yuri. More like-minded people. Now, come on, tell me that isn't an appealing idea. Yes, of course, but really, my biggest issue is the actual performance aspect of the festival. Well, like I said, I know it's a scary thought, performing in front of a bunch of strangers, but trust me when I say I have full faith in all of you. Your poems are amazing, guys. I just know people will love them.
It's almost criminal not to show them off. So how do you think? For me? For us? Fine. I still don't think this is a good idea, but fine. I'll do it. Just stop guilt-tripping us. Phew. Thanks, Satsuki. And you, Yuri? Yuri nervously glanced at each of our expectant faces. But, Monica, what if people start, being inconsiderate and disturb us, or laugh?
I'm not surprised Yuri is worried about this.
Oh, don't worry about that. If anyone steps out of line, I'll put a swift stop to that.
She has a stern glint in her eye, and I have to repress a shiver. I'm glad she's with us. Yuri looks somewhat relieved, and it's clear she's still worried. But she swallows and nods.
I suppose I don't really have a choice, do I?
I shake my head.
Okay, I'll do it. Yay, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously going to be the death of me. I know you'll do great, Yuri. Just trust us. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. Whilst we have time, I want each of you to choose poems for your poem. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours to practice reciting in front of the other. Yuri and Natsuki exchange uneasy glances, but say nothing. Don't worry, I'll go first so everyone feels a little more comfortable.
Need a drink. I'm feeling a little lightheaded. Did a workout earlier. It was so hot. I think I was having a bit of a super mild heat stroke. Gotta stay hydrated, boys. It's important. Even though the water in this new house tastes disgusting.
Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through a notebook, searching for a specific poem. Here we are. The title of my poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice filled the room. Her eyes move across the page, in sync with her lips. Every word was the perfect amount of emotion put behind it, making the poem almost sound to come to life. Her inflection is extraordinary. I'm impressed, and judging by quick glances around me, so is everyone else. Sayuri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Even Natsuki's once sour attitude is replaced by awe. Finally, Monica finishes her recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayuri? Yep! Sayuri jumps up from the chair and takes Monica's place at the front of the room. This poem is called, how'd you do it so easily, Monica? Well, try to imagine you're alone, like you were setting it to yourself. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. Huh. I think I get it. Sayuri nods to herself. Anyway, this poem is called My Meadow. Sayuri begins reciting her poem. It seems as if her soft voice is a perfect match. As for the poem itself, it has a similar tone when compared to other ones. It's beautiful, it's peaceful, but somber at the same time. Bittersweet, you could call it. Hearing the poem in Sayuri's voice almost gives it an entirely new meaning. I think this is what Sayuri means when she says she likes my poems. It's like seeing a whole new side of someone you thought you knew completely. Sayuri finishes, and we all applaud. I did it! Yep, good job. Sayuri beams as she walks back to her seat. So, who'd like to go next? Natsuki and Yuri and I all look at each other nervously. I open my mouth, but Yuri beats me to the punch. I'll go! Nice! Thanks for showing initiative, Yuri. Yes! Yuri rushes over to the podium, clutching a sheet of paper in her hands. This poem is called... Yuri freezes. She looks up at us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri begins to recite her poem. Her voice is shaky at first, but the more she reads, the more confident she becomes. It's similar to what happens when she gets absorbed in her books. The shy and apprehensive Yuri I'm used to is replaced by a fierce and confident woman. The poem itself is like a maze in its structure, with twists and turns every line, and Yuri is unfazed and enunciates each word with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri steps back into reality and glances around her, as if bewildered even by herself. Monica's the first to start applauding. Sheepishly, I follow along, and soon the clubroom is filled with the sound of applause. Yuri ducks her head in embarrassment, a shy smile creeping over her face. Yuri, that was really good. Like I said, you don't have anything to worry about. Thank you for sharing. Thanks. Guess Yuri's done for the day. So, who'd like to go next? Natsuki? Why would I go before Malls? It's not like I can compose... It's not like I compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Malls lower everyone's standards before I go. Jeez. Fucking straight for the jugular. Yeah, I know how you feel. I can't leave the house because I'm in isolation. So I get how you feel. Might as well get Malls to lower everyone's standards before I go. Natsuki? Monica hastens to chastise her, shooting me a sympathizing look. That was kind of rude, don't you think? You should apologize to Malls. Natsuki's face turns red as all the girls turn to look at her. I decide to spare Natsuki from the embarrassment. Hey, it's really no big deal. I'll end up going at some point anyway. Might as well do it now.
Thing is, I don't have much of a selection to choose from. I'll just have to go with one I wrote for today. I stand up and read in front of the poem. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel incredibly awkward. I take a deep breath. In my head, I repeat to myself the advice Monica gave Sayuri. Try to imagine you're alone, like you're reciting it to yourself. Alone. My house is the first thing that comes to mind when I think of being alone. The scene rapidly develops in my head like I'm recalling a recent memory. I'm sitting alone at my desk. The dim light hanging from the ceiling gives a warmth to the room. In front of me is the poem that I had just finished, the ink from my pen still fresh on the page. I pick up the notebook and begin reciting it out loud. I'm not the most confident at it, I still try and put energy into it. I can almost hear my voice echoing off my bedroom walls. As I finish, the sound of applause pulls me out of a daydream. I'm back in the club room, standing at the podium while the girls politely applaud my performance. That was good, Malls. I guess. Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. I don't think it's your writing abilities, but rather your lack of confidence that weighs you down. That's something that'll improve over time, though, so don't worry. Yeah, okay. Thanks. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. As she says this, Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... It's called... Stop looking at me! But you're presenting. You don't have to stare straight into my soul, though. She takes a moment to compose herself. Anyway, this poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a deep breath. While her voice is unenthusiastic, the poem has a surprising amount of energy to it. The rhymes tie into each other seamlessly, creating a flow that moves the poem along at a brisk pace. The words seem to bounce up and down with the rhythm, seemingly making the poem come to life. It's Natsuki's signature style, and it works exceptionally well when read aloud. She quickly finishes and huffs as she makes her way back to her seat while we applaud her. That wasn't so bad, was it? Natsuki stares at her poem blankly for a second before replying. Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, that's what we're going to be doing at the festival, so do you at least feel confident enough to do it in front of a crowd? I guess. Not like there's any other choice. I guess it'll be easier doing it in front of other people. I can just put it on whatever on my face I want with strangers. I don't care about what they think of me. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. But I still hate the idea we have to perform. She mutters the last sentence under her breath. The others probably didn't even hear it. I knew Natsuki was stubborn, but this is a whole other level. However, it does look like she's going along with the idea of performing for the festival. Well, at least for now, since she's basically outvoted and can't come up with another idea anyway. Really? That's a surprise. For me, it's the other way around. Having all those people looking at you, judging you. Oh, I don't like to think about it. I can relate to that, Yuri murmurs quietly. The thought of so many eyes observing you every move all at once. She trails off, shaking her head. Well, that's just how it is, so... Natsuki sighs in frustration. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have to worry much for the festival. Speaking of which, I want to thank you all for your performing. It might be difficult, but now that we have a general idea of what it'll be like, we'll be able to prepare ourselves. Make sure you pick out a poem and show it to me by tomorrow, okay? I'll need to know so I can make the pamphlets over the weekend. I should probably find a different poem to recite. I know you preferred if we used our own poetry, but I'm probably going to pick a poem from a poet I like or something. Whatever makes you feel more comfortable, Malls. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort into the club. Low expectations, huh? Haha, more like any effort put in makes me happy in general. Maka smiles at me, then turns to smile at everyone else. That goes for everyone here. Thanks for going along with these last-minute plans. Anyway, I think that about does it for today. Let's still try and write poems for tomorrow, okay? I know the festival's coming up, but it's been working out nicely the past few days, and I'd like to continue. Tomorrow, we'll finalize who's doing what for the festival, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Remember, we still have Monday. It'll be so much fun! I can't wait! We all stand up, packing away our things. However, Monica's voice stops us. Oh, and guys... She pauses, twirling a strand of hair in her hand. This club truly does mean so much to me, and I really appreciate what you're willing to do for it. You guys are the best. In typical fashion, Natsuki just rolls her eyes. Yuri smiles timidly, while Sayori wears a hearty smile. Ugh, just let's get it over with. I hope we don't regret this. That's okay, Monica. Nothing to thank us for. We really appreciate what you've made for us. I can't help but catch Yuri muttering under her breath after she says this. I can do it. Yeah, I love it here. We get to spread this cozy little place with other people. Yeah, it's all good, Monica. Alright. I stand up and grab my bag. While it's certainly not as enthusiastic as Monica or Sayuri about the festival, I can pull that little daydream stunt again. Fuck, I didn't finish that line. If I pull that little daydream stunt, I think I'll be alright. It's for the sake of the club, not to mention impressing the girls. Once I'm fully packed up, I walk over to Sayuri. Ready to go? Yep! Jeez, don't you ever get tired of always walking home with Malls, Sayuri? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Oh, don't mind her. You guys are more adorable than anything. Alright, alright. No need to make such a big deal about it.
Must be a little nice, though.
Yes. Nah, jeez. Let's just go already, Sari. Okay.
The two of us began to walk home. A lot has changed in the past few days.
Lost in thought, I didn't even notice how quietly Sayuri's been until we're almost back home. There's a lot going on at the club now, huh? I bet you're thinking about all the new vice president duties that you'll have to deal with when the club goes bigger.
Oh, yeah.
Something specific on your mind?
Not really. Sari, did you want to talk?
I mean, we don't have to if you're thinking about stuff.
No, it's nice talking to you. I was thinking about something from earlier. It's nice that we, never mind, it's nothing.
You're sounding a little more like Yuri right now.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess I just have a question for you, Moles.
What's up?
Sari clears her throat before speaking. So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked you to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here.
I'd walk home with you, Sayuri. I don't want to walk home with the girl who fucking cuts herself, because that would make me uncomfortable. Very, very, very uncomfortable. I would still walk home with Sayuri. Sayuri. I'd walk home with you, of course. Sayuri pauses for a moment. Oh, fuck. I accidentally skipped a line. She glanced at me from the side before turning away.
But, she's so beautiful and smart.
Jeez.
Why me?
Her reply surprises me, and I'm not sure how to answer, or what she wants to hear.
I already see her in the club every day.
Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, Moles.
She gives me a pained smile.
You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to, so...
Sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, like I said, I've enjoyed catching up with you again. Why would I just change that for another girl? Ooh, that line, huh?
Walking home with you and talking about just anything, it's a great throwback.
She doesn't seem as happy as I'd imagined. I mean, both our childhoods were pleasant. Strange. The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayuri to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy, too. Shuri and I part ways without saying another word. I reach my house and open the door. I'm home. No response. I'm alone, as usual. I mumble that part to myself. Talking to myself as if I'm the protagonist of a manga or game. I must be going crazy. Mom is still out on her business trip. She's never home anymore. I miss her. But I don't blame her for anything. It's hard enough providing for yourself, let alone a kid. Since I'm alone, I decided to make a meal. Instant dinner. Ah, I am getting hungry. But the stream must go on for at least another hour. Probably more. Depends how my voice is doing. Drinking through my cabinets, I find some old soup cups. Miso soup sounds good. I unwrap the packaging, pour in some water, and place the meal in the microwave. While it cooks, my mind wanders back to my performance earlier. That daydream was so vivid, so realistic. Can I really pull off that performance again, but this time in front of a crowd? Wait a minute. Hang on, I gotta turn the music up for 1 second, boys. This music is hitting me. It's familiar. I think it might be a Katawa Shoujo remix, but maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna save my game. It wasn't even that great in the first place. Just doing it in front of the girls was nerve-wracking. Guess I'm not really used to being around people again. Maybe that's it. Thinking about it, I guess I've kind of been subconsciously isolating myself from people ever since the divorce. Before it even, in some cases. I wonder when I started shutting myself. Maybe that's part of why Sayuri and I drifted apart over the past few years. It wasn't intentional or anything, it just happened. At least, I don't think it was intentional. But I'm glad I got to reconnect with her in the literature club. It's given me something to do. Something to look forward to that isn't anime or video games. Talking with the girls has made me feel more appreciated. It's a nice feeling, something that's been missing from me ever since the divorce. Maybe that's why Sayuri likes walking home with me. It makes her feel appreciated. Sayuri. The more I think about it, the more concerned for her I get. She said some pretty weird stuff, but I guess people just have their off days. Maybe she's just changed a little bit over the years. Pretty normal, right? I like to think that I'd be able to tell if something was up with her, though, given our recent distance, I'm not so sure. Sure, we started talking again, but there's a lot of lost time. Maybe that'll change and we'll go back to how we used to. Beep. I hope. No. Your parents divorced. Parents divorced. And that's why you drifted apart from your childhood friend all these years, and then she's depressed because you left. I don't know. She's depressed. It's probably not the exact reason. She probably just has depression, and that didn't help. At least she was depressed in the original game, and seems to be indicating everything here, just like purple-haired lady cut herself in the original game, and that seems to still be the case. And pink-haired lady's dad abused her, but that one hasn't been hinted as much as the others. Take a quick pee break. Gotta refill my water bottle. This is a good screen to do it at. Save my game. And we'll be right back, and the stream will get going. If anyone watching the stream isn't already, make sure to follow and share the stream with your friends, because I'm a god, and I'm really entertaining. So, yeah. Retweet the shit. Go follow my Twitter. Link in the thing. Go and join my Discord, and you can talk about shit. Anyway, I'll be back. failure. Pee break ended in failure because the bathroom is occupied. But I did get more water. So we'll take another break in like another 5 minutes, but I didn't want to leave the stream hanging for too long, you know? Alright, I want you. So, fun. Yes. Laugh. Yep. Ah, fuck you. I don't want you. I want you. I don't want you, pink-haired lady. I want this pink-haired lady. I'm very picky. Yeah, I knew it. I knew unrequited would be you. Yep. I refuse to diversify my poetry style. It means someone was in the only bathroom in the house, and I couldn't go. And they're probably going to be in there for a bit, so I'll just have to hold it. And it's not like out in the country where you can just go outside and take care of it. No. There's neighbors. Okay, there. You get one word. I like this song. No, I don't want you assholes. I want that. Yeah, that one. Like, listen. Clearly, I'm already deep in on Sayuri, so you might as well just go. Like, there's no point in swerving now and trying to go for another girl. So you might as well do Sayuri, and then, you know, these games are replayable. So, you know, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Hope. Nailed it. I think I did pretty good. I think I mostly got her. Whoa, right here. When are we gonna go back and meet like the classmates? You know? Oh man, I'm the last one here. Oh, don't worry about it. Everyone's late from time to time. Besides, you've been working hard, so I think you deserve some slack. I guess so. I'm usually pretty punctual, but I just lost track of time today. What made you forget the time? It's a funny story, actually. I recently decided to learn how to play the piano, so I was practicing just now. That's probably why I didn't notice the school bell going off. You can play the piano? That's quite impressive. I've always wanted to play an instrument myself. It's not as cool as you make it out to be. I've only been playing for a little while, so I've still got a ways to go before I'm any good. You should pick up an instrument too, Yuri. I could definitely see you playing the violin. Yeah, that's pretty much suits Yuri perfectly. The violin is a beautiful instrument. I'm partial to the sound of the flute as well. Flutes can be calm and elegant, just like you. Thank you. How's it like to play the piano? It's really an enjoyable instrument to play, not to mention I really love how it sounds. One moment it can sound gentle and soothing, the next powerful and full of force. The piano's an instrument that I'm familiar with too. Well, at least somewhat. My father had signed me up for piano lessons when I was younger. He'd been playing it since high school and wanted to pass his passion down to me, but I never really got into it. Considering that, you'd think I would hate the piano, but for some reason I find myself internally cheering on Monica. Maybe because it reminds me of my father in a way. Monica, you really are a talented individual. First starting your own club from the ground up, now picking up piano on a whim? I doubt I'd be able to do that. Oh, don't say that! Anyone can do amazing things as long as you have the passion for it, which is why I think we're all going to do amazing at the festival. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be awesome. Natsuki, weren't you just protesting the festival yesterday? Well, obviously I meant everything besides our part in the festival. I still don't like the idea of performing. Monica rolls her eyes. I don't want to start this whole debate over again either.
But I am looking forward to everything else. It's a whole day of school where you just run around and eat till you burst.
I can see the eagerness in Natsuki's eyes. She must be really fond of food. Kind of reminds me of a certain someone. Speaking of which, where is Sayori? Oh, there you are. Oh, there you are, Perry. That's what I got out of that. I've been watching a lot of Phineas and Ferb because I saw a video that was like summarized every episode in 1 minute as a goof, as a gaff, as a gag, and it's like, did you know there's 184 episodes of Phineas and Ferb? And I was like, I did not. I'll watch that. And I did. And I'm on season 3 now of 4, and I'm getting there. It's a fun show. It's funny. It's actually pretty funny. You know, for a kid show. It's no Avatar, but it's pretty fun. Sayori's sitting at a desk in the back of the room, staring out the window. I walk over to her. As I do, I hear the girls continue to converse behind me. Something about squid. Hey, Sayori. I wave my head in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again.
Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else.
Huh? Are you okay? She forces a smile. It's not very convincing.
Of course I am, silly. Why wouldn't I be?
I don't know. You just seem off today. Maybe I'm wrong, but my mind wanders back to what she asked me when we were walking home together.
You worry too much, Malls. I'm fine, seriously.
She gives me another smile. Much bigger and more genuine. Well, it seems much more Sayori-like. There's still something inside me that feels like something's up. Sayori must have noticed as she hastens to explain.
To tell you the truth, I just didn't get much sleep last night. I'm really tired, so sorry if I'm a little cranky, huh? Seriously, though, I'm probably not much fun to hang around with right now. Why don't you spend some time with the others? I might try and have a little nap.
Sure, okay. Just, know if anything's bothering you, you can talk to me, okay? I hate to see you suffering in silence. She nods.
Suffering might be a little bit of a strong word.
Ah, well, you know what I mean. Sayori nods again and shoos me away. As I wander off to talk to Monica, that feeling of uneasiness isn't going away. Maybe that's just how Sayori is these days. I mean, it's been a good few years since we properly hung out together. Maybe she's changed. Deep down, I know that isn't the reason. Still, maybe Monica knows more than I do. After all, she's the president, right? I timidly approach her. She's shuffling through her papers at her desk. Moles, what's up? I decide to just jump right in. There's no point in beating around the bush. Hey, so, I totally miss Phineas and Ferb, but it's been largely memed just after my generation, I guess. Mostly me too. I was at the right age for like the first season and a half in the movie. I never caught like all of it. It was on. I would usually watch it when there was something else on. But I was never super into it as a kid. I never thought it was like the greatest show, and I kind of got tired of the repetition that the show's kind of famous for. But coming back to it now, it's way funnier. It's way funnier, like as an adult me than as a kid. And now I get to see new episodes I never saw before, and they're pretty funny. No, the show's really good. It's really fun. It's got plenty of jokes for adults in there, and not like haha crude sex jokes, just like thoughtful jokes that you actually have to think about that would probably go over most kids' heads, like it did mine. Hey, so have you noticed anything wrong with Sayori lately?
Wrong? What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just she seems a little downcast today. So do you have any idea why she might be feeling off? Like, have you seen her act this way before?
No, I can't say I've ever seen her act like this before. Yeah, she said she's just feeling tired because she didn't get much sleep. But to be honest, I'm not buying it. She's normally upbeat and cheerful. Her behavior has been so uncharacteristic. One of gears across the room is Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down the desk. Wait, didn't she say she was going to try and nap? Maybe there is something on her mind. My question, though, is why are you asking me, Moles? You certainly know her longer than I have. Yeah, well, you spent more time around her recently than I have, and the club and all. I guess so. But I've never seen her dismiss me. Maybe she didn't exactly dismiss me, but I felt like she wanted me gone. Sorry, I'm just concerned for her, you know? I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, that's all. No. I appreciate you coming to me. It's really sweet how concerned you are for her. After all, it's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure that's a good idea? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? I know you've known Sayori for longer than I have, so perhaps you're right. Still, it's worth a try. I also have to talk to her about what she wants to do with the festival. Oh, alright, fair enough then. I just hope she's more receptive to you than she was for me. Monica pauses, studying my worried facial expression. The warmth on her smile reflects in her eye. You really care about her, don't you? From what I can gather, you've been friends for a while. Yeah, we've been childhood friends for as long as I can remember. Although before I joined the club, we'd been drifting a lot. I hate thinking that she's been like this before without me around to help her. Hey, I know it's hard, Malls. It's never easy seeing a friend suffer. But for what it's worth, she's lucky to have someone so thoughtful looking out for her. Don't blame yourself for it. You can't always be there for everyone. I know she's right, but the feeling of guilt still resides. Yeah, I guess. Hey, she's been a lot happier since you joined the club, you know. Huh? Really? Yep. She told me she was kind of surprised at first, but she didn't expect you'd want to join. Once she got over that, she really enjoyed having you around. Anyway, I know it's hard seeing her like this. I'll talk to her and see what I can do, okay? She'll be fine, don't worry. I sure hope so. Let's just hope you're right, Monica. Thank you for everything, by the way. You've been a big help. Aha, you're too kind, Malls. Nothing to thank me for. She stands up from her desk and walks over to the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. She's keeping her voice so quiet. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica to talk to her. Hi. Hey, Brody. Morano. What's going on? Hit me with a follow. Gotta say it to everyone who drops in the chat. Gotta say it. Hit me with a follow. I'm good. I promise. Oh God, that's so unconvincing. Oh man. As a kid, King of the Hill was awful, but now so good. Oh man, just call me Brody. Sure thing. Oh man, King of the Hill. King of the Hill is fantastic. I also, as a kid, was like, this is boring. I want to watch The Simpsons. And then King of the Hill would come on, and it's like, oh yeah, this is fucking awesome. This is great. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I really need to use the bathroom, but someone is in the only bathroom. So I'm going to wait till the part where it asks me who to show the poem to first. And then take a piss, because I really got to pee. How are you? Good to see you. Good to talk to you. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems. I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica. She smiles reassuringly at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. How should I do my poems? I'm pretty good. Good to hear. I'll be right back after I pee. Enjoy the lovely song. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
I'm back, everybody. Oh, I'm weeb. I'm definitely big weeb. I really enjoyed the original Doki Doki Literature Club. But this mod is, I think, is doing something different. I don't know if it's going to have the hard swerve like the original did. You weren't here for the original. You can check out the VOD. You can check out the VOD from yesterday's stream starting this mod. And there are implications that it's more of a sequel than anything, because you have a brief interaction with Monica, who is aware. But I don't know. So we're playing a mod. It's not the original game, but it's been pretty good so far, and I've been having a lot of fun. Let me go grab my feet. It's pretty long, but hey, as long as you're watching content. It was a fun stream. It was a fun stream. Streaming has been really fun. When I first streamed, I streamed Gravity Rush. I don't know if you ever played it. It was a PS Vita / PS4 game, and I have fun playing the game, but I just don't have as much to talk about. But with big story-driven games like this, I tend to have a lot of fun. I think after this, we'll be whenever I finish this, however long it is, I'll be doing Persona 4. Maybe Persona 3, but I could do Persona 4 officially instead of on an emulator. So Persona 4 would probably be easier. Back to the game. I will I'll show it to Sayuri first. I like this one a lot, Malls. It's probably your best one so far. Well, thanks. I had a feeling you'd like this one in particular. Huh? Why is that? Well, I was thinking of things you like when I was writing it. Really? Yeah, I think I connect the most with your writing style. I'm honestly a little surprised. I thought you would prefer the others. Why? My poetry is nothing special, Malls. Look at Yuri's, for example. Her style is way more sophisticated, and Natsuki's is so bouncy and effective. Hey, don't say that. Just because your style is different, it doesn't mean it's bad or anything. Your style is unique. Your poems have really nice sense of innocence and nostalgia to them. I mean, you managed to make me feel nostalgic about a memory I never actually experienced with your Dear Sunshine poem. It made me think of happier times from my childhood, and I really liked that. It made you happy? Yep, your poems put a smile on my face, Sayuri. The other girls' poems are great, don't get me wrong, but like I said, I connect the most with yours. I hope that cheers you up a little bit. For just a moment, the vacant look of melancholy that's been plowing her face disappears, and she smiles a genuine smile. Thank you, Malls. That means more than you can imagine. Am I starting to get through to her? Maybe now's the best time to ask what's on her mind. By the way, Sayuri, I've been meaning to ask you, but pessimistic thoughts suddenly flood my mind. What if she doesn't feel comfortable talking about it right now? Sayuri would probably approach me herself with her concerns if she felt comfortable doing it. After all, everyone has their off days, right? It's only normal for her to act a little different from time to time. I don't want to come across as pushy or demanding, even though I'm concerned for her. With every sigh, I changed what I was originally going to ask. Back had to call bank about big check thing. Goddamn, I typed too fast for myself. Typos everywhere. What's this link I got sent? Ah, is this like your stream? I'll have to check it out after this stream. Obviously, I can't watch your stream and then play at the same time. No. But I will check it out after. Promise. Have you thought about what you want to do for the festival? Monica said that we'd be doing a variety of things for it, such as decorations and poster advertisements. Actually, before I continue, oh, it's a clip. It's a clip. Well, still, I probably should. It's a fun point. Ah, yeah, the fun part. Yep. It's, whew. Oh, still gets me. I'm capturing the window, so it wouldn't come up on stream. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like I said, this is a mod, so that might not happen. It might not happen. It could still happen though. We'll definitely see. Judging by the relief on Sarah's face, I'm guessing she initially expected me to probe her further on her behavior. It's funny you mentioned that. She said she was going to discuss that with everyone today after we all share our poems. Wow, I'm a real psychic, aren't I? A what? A what? A sidekick? A psychic. It means someone who can read minds and see into the future. There's something really satisfying about... that reaction's the best part of that stream. I actually streamed the original a long time ago, but I streamed it through like YouTube. I don't even know if that VOD still exists. I really don't. But I had quite the reaction to it, and I could feel it coming, and I was like talking to my chat, and I was like, oh god, no. But I stopped streaming after that, and now I'm getting back into it, and I'm having a lot of fun. There's something actually really satisfying about reading out loud and putting on the performance. It's kind of fun, even though I'm not very good at doing like feminine voices or anything. I'm streaming on Twitch and Mixer. I prefer Twitch myself, but I just want to see where the audience comes from, and so far I'm getting way more viewers on Twitch than Mixer. So it's been an interesting experiment. I'm going to continue it until I get partnership, basically. No reason not to. If I ever get partnership, obviously. Probably not, right? Who am I? Some fucking nobody loser. But if I do, obviously, streaming on both. I've seen some horrible voices, yeah. I'm just glad I don't have to do an accent for anybody, because I would butcher it, and it would be really offensive. Oh, what am I thinking of then? Breakfast? She sticks her tongue out at me. Just like that, the playful banter and lighthearted teasing is back. Maybe I've just been worrying too much. It looks like she's feeling a bit better. Right? Well, I guess I can show you my poem now. Fairy tale. In a kingdom far, far away, there was a castle. In the castle there was a wish. The wish came to be a long, long ago. She was made to be an angel, but I wasn't an angel. I was just a wish to make everyone happy. I took on their burdens and did what I could. I kept safe their dreams like a guardian should. The seeds from my efforts then spread far and wide. I fed them with power and found them deep inside. People liked me when I made things right, but they got used to it and stopped believing so much. I watched the children playing and felt sad, but I was happy too, I really was. It truly was enough to be the fairy godmother, the one everyone depended on and trusted. But time kept on passing as I gave my all. I had nothing left and I couldn't stand tall. But I kept on going as I'd always done, a soldier in battle with nowhere to run. Even wishes get tired. Once everyone was happy, my job was done. But what came after? I could see darkness on the horizon. Quick, make it all go away. When everything's big and bright, what more could anyone wish for? Nobody knew how long it could keep up, but they kept living happily, happily, happily ever after. Is the fairy tale about lunch? Aw, dude. I'm so hungry right now. You don't even know. But no, it's about depression. But also probably about lunch. I wish I had lunch. I didn't have lunch. So, what do you think? Wow, Sayori, I had no idea you could write like this. This is something else. Have the others seen this? No, not yet. You're the first one I've shown it to. What an honor, eh? So what's this one about? From what I can gather, it's about someone who tries to keep everyone happy, right? She nods. And people like that, but eventually they kinda got used to it. But that's okay, because at least they were still happy. And this person, the kingdom's wish, even she got a little tired from time to time. But as long as everyone's happy, that's her job. She's always happy when the others are happy. That's the most important thing. I look back at the poem, trying to pick up on the more subtle meanings. But surely the angel doesn't have to be alone. People don't have to depend on her just to be happy. Sure, the angel could share the responsibility, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking into this a bit much. I just feel kind of sorry for her. I blink. Am I suddenly empathizing with a fictional angel? Maybe I'm really getting into this poetry thing. I'm glad my poems could get such a reaction of you, Mulls. I really put a lot of thought into this one, and you seem to pick up on it. With an uncomfortable dawn of realization becoming clear about how this poem relates to Sayori. I'm not going to have much luck questioning that, though. Well, I hope that angel finds happiness soon. Maybe she should share her burdens with other people. She just might be surprised at how receptive the people of the kingdoms can be. But then they'll be sad. That would be selfish. Or maybe they'll be happy to give something back to their angel. After all, she was keeping them happy. It's only fair they get to give something back, right? A shake of the head and a sad smile is her only response. Aw man, this is getting sad. Oh yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean, Brody. I wonder who is like that. There were poems earlier that were relating to Yuri and knives that were, fun, but nothing super dark yet. I don't know anything about this mod. I'm going in super blind, so I don't know if it gets as dark as the original. Who shall go next? I usually do Monica, but you know what? I'm feeling Netsuki today. This one's all right. Alright. Yeah, it's about average. Not amazing, but not terrible. Well, at least I'm trying. I never said you weren't. This just isn't my style. Alright? Nothing wrong with that. People have their opinions. Yep. Your poems are kind of like decent, I guess is the word. It feels like there's potential in them, but it just stops short of that. Well, any tips to finally reach this potential you keep talking about? Ha! Coming to the pro for tips, are ya? Alright, I'll help you out this time. Natsuki examines my poem once more. Alright, I think I know what the problem is. It's your language. It's mediocre. My language? Like the words you use, there's nothing really special about them. They're just average words. I think you should use some softer words, like my poems. So I should start writing like you, is what you're saying. Well, my poems are the best. Seeing Natsuki so proud of her work, I can't help but smile. Alright, Natsuki, whatever you say. Let's see your poem now. Oh yeah, here. Check the settings. I've seen some jank poems. Some jank glitches. I already went to the settings and I made sure to turn nudity off so I don't get hard banned. And there was also an option to skip Halloween, which I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe that's an event. I'm not sure why you'd want to skip it. Maybe it's like a big long thing, like in the original game, where there was like hours and hours of text that you had to press the skip button to get through when a certain someone does a certain something with a knife. I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. I have no idea how long this mod is. I have a feeling it's longer than the original, but we'll see. Nothing's big has happened yet. It's been a very long start. It feels like nothing, like it hasn't even started, but we'll see. Something happy, cookies and cream, and my own happy place, fresh and warm sunshine, and a breeze on my face. These are the things that happiness means. Just folded laundry, hot from the dryer, lifts up my spirits. They can't go much higher. Puppies and kittens, and cute bunnies too, all cuddled up with small barks, squeaks, and mews. These are the things that make me beam. Sleeping in a big soft bed, listening to the rain, pip-pat overhead. Talking with friends and laughing aloud, all worries now gone, and playing around. These are the things that fill my dreams, but sometimes happiness is hard to find. I know darkness lingers, and everyone too, and some people feel the eternal blues. So here's a poem from me to you. Please know that people are all alike. If we stick together, we'll be alright. Let's talk and laugh about happy things, and find the joy that true friends can bring. That's probably your best poem yet, Natsuki. Yeah, you know what this poem is about, right? You wrote it for Yuri, right? I wouldn't say, well, actually, yeah. I wrote it after seeing how much effort Yuri was putting into changing. I mean, it's only fair after the poem she wrote for me, right? Well, not for me, but don't worry, I know what you mean. Anyway, I guess that I was, you were... Shut up! I was childish, alright? I just always get caught up in the moment. It's hard for me to let go of that sort of stuff. But yeah, after writing 2 negative poems, a positive poem was really refreshing. I do like the feel of this poem. It really is something happy. I mean, I was feeling happy when I was writing it, so naturally, the mood would be happy. The ending is a bit bittersweet, though. Yeah, about that. Though I was thinking that Yuri probably has problems that I don't know about. I mean, all people do, right? So I guess the message at the end was that even if we have problems, and even if we're feeling sad, if we look towards our friends, we can find happiness. You know, joy and solidarity and stuff. Solidarity, huh? That's a very Yuri-ish word. Well, I was thinking about what Yuri would call it, so... And I'm not dumb, you know. I do know big words. I just consciously decide not to use them. Alright, I get you. I think Yuri will really appreciate your poem, though. Ha! She better! Yuri. What did Monica last today? Well, nudity is still unchecked here, so I think we're okay. Or it is checked here, see, because this is the default, and you click on it. So it's off for now. Believe me, if any nudity shows up at all, I would Alt F4 so hard and beg for forgiveness from the Twitch and Mixer gods, because I would not want to lose my account. I must say, you've done well, Malls. It's clear that you've been putting effort into improving. Tell me, has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, I think so, anyway. I'm glad to hear that. I hadn't thought of it before, but looking back, sharing our writing has been an enriching experience. I should thank Monica for having us write for the club. I think we were all a bit apprehensive to try something out different from the norm.
But having read everybody's poetry, I can say I wouldn't have it any other way.
I don't think I can argue with that. If I'm being totally honest, I was a bit anxious given my lack of writing experience, but it's been really cool learning about everyone through their poems. I think I might have learned a bit about myself.
Ooh, is that so, Moles?
You know what? I think so.
Well, as I've told you before, I believe writing to be a wonderful way for one to express themselves. I suppose, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter if a poem is good or bad. It'll be unfair to me to invalidate one's representation of themselves like that, wouldn't it? I do believe that exploring one's own style is a wonderful thing.
That's comforting. I was worried that I had disappointed you in some way.
Huh? Eh? You thought, well, why would you think that?
I guess your writing is just really good. I feel like mine just can't hold a candle to it.
Is that so?
Yuri places a hand on her chin, apparently deep in thought.
I'm so sorry.
Eh?
I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable with my writing. How ignorant of me.
Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. All I was saying is that your writing impresses me. I hope that one day I can write poems that carry the same kind of impact as yours, you know?
I see. Forgive me, Moles, I'm just a little too used to it.
Used to what?
Being disliked.
Yuri.
I shouldn't be saying that, should I? I'm sorry if you felt awkward. Do you mind if we move on from that?
Alright. Would it be okay if I read your poem now, then?
Oh, of course. Here, I hope you enjoy it.
Fuck! I struggle so much with the cursive. I did. I thought when it said yes, it meant censored by default. I thought, like, if you clicked it, it would go to no, and there wouldn't be an X next to it. Like, come on. Like, that's not that crazy of an assumption to make. That's not that crazy. I don't even know what this fucking first word is.
Pastel palettes, shiver and shake. Underneath my gossamer words, out of reach, my shoulders ache. You float away, my pleas unheard. Lost in the silent, charcoal mist. I try to touch your silky hair, glowing embers of passionate twists, whirling around in amorous air, verdant, quadrilateral clovers. Navigate my rusty veins, help me last until it's over, take control and grab the reins. I hope one day to see you again and hear your soothing silent tune. I'll potentially wait for the moment when I'm sheltered under your gentle moon.
Now, there was no nudity in the original game. Clicking spooky links. Where's this one going to take me? Oh, yeah. Cursive. I learned that in fucking grade school. It's just, I still never... sometimes it's still hard to grasp.
I'm sorry this isn't the most interesting piece, but I want to try writing with a prompt in mind.
It sounds like that restricted you a bit. Did you not want to write this?
Oh, it's not that. It's just, I've been thinking a lot about my writing recently. I felt like I should try to challenge myself a bit.
I see. So, what was the inspiration behind this one? Yuri takes a deep breath, apparently thinking of what to say.
I suppose it's about the internal struggle between one's own desires and their best interest. It's important for those who care about to be happy, even if it means we cannot be happy ourselves. I imagine it's something I'll need to come to terms with.
She mumbles that last part, as though she were thinking out loud. I see. Well, thanks for sharing, Yuri.
Yes, of course, Moles.
Monica. I still think her edited sprites look really weird compared to everybody else's. Hey, Moles! That's more of a Sayuri voice I did there. I approach Monica, wanting to talk about Sayuri with her more, but she takes control of the conversation before I can say anything, and immediately jumps into club business. This might come as a surprise, but we have a festival coming up soon. Oh wow, I never would have guessed. Have you thought about what you want to submit at the performance of the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Despite any praise the girls might have given me, I really doubt that my poetry is up to snuff. I'm sure that there's not just a little bias during my poetry discussions. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. You wouldn't want to let down the club, right? She says it with a teasing tone, but it chills down my spine when I think about the implications of disappointing everyone. Who knows what Monica would do to me if I betrayed her as her loyal literature club subject. Not to mention, I'm also looking forward to seeing your performance. Right. That's definitely not something I can relate to. Don't worry so much, you'll do fine. After all, you've been doing fine in these poetry discussions so far. So you say. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Here it is. Let Monica take the poem, holding it in my hands. But although we're supposed to be discussing poetry right now, I can't help but remain preoccupied with the thoughts of Sayuri. I'm worried about her, to say the least. It's such an unexpected change to come over her. Did something happen to her? Moles? Huh? Sorry, did you just call my name? Yeah, twice actually. You seem like you're a million miles away. What's up? I was just thinking about whatever happened to Sayuri. So sorry if I wasn't paying attention. It's fine, Moles, I understand. For what it's worth, you're a good friend for caring so much about her. Thanks, I just hope that things can go back to normal soon. Well, my advice would be to let her come to you on her own. She'll talk if she wants to talk. I think that you should respect her boundaries. You're right. I appreciate the advice, by the way. Well, of course, I'm always willing to lend a sympathetic ear if you need one. Today might not be the happiest of days for the club, but that's alright. Not every day will be happy. We're all pulled through this together. I hope so. I feel like I should be going through the club. I shouldn't be going about the club normally, but I think that area probably needs some normalcy right now. So in the end, I try to get the poem sharing back on track. Anyway, since we're supposed to be sharing poems right now, oh, I almost forgot about it myself. Some president I am, huh? Monica quickly whips out her pristine composition notebook. Here's my poem, alright? Thanks. On my nightstand sits an ornate box, painstakingly crafted, decorated with the most delicate filigree? Is that a word? Beautiful, beautiful, the most beautiful box you'd ever see. In that box stands a slender porcelain ballerina. No, not stands, twirls. She's inanimate, yet animate, cold, yet vibrant, and oh so beautiful, the most beautiful ballerina you'd ever see. She spins and spins as the box's melody goes, twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. She neither smiles nor frowns, a permanent look of blank composure painted on her facade. She dances for my amusement, and yet I am eroded by amusement. The room spins around me, vertigo. I want answers, but she gives me none. I slam my box closed, and yet the room still spins. My skin, porcelain. Is that all she is meant to be? Is that the meaning she's supposed to read? Is that the meaning she's supposed to derive? Is that the sole purpose of her existence? And then her skin cracks, shattering. Well, another interesting poem. Monica? Do you know something, maybe? I don't know. You know, I feel like looking for answers and contemplating a reality are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. How fitting, somber subjects for a somber day. Haha, are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't one-dimensional creatures. That's what makes people so interesting. You might think that it would be way better if everyone was happy and uncomplicated all the time, but how would we know what happiness was if it weren't for the sadness to compare it to? I guess that's true. Even so, I'd rather not see my friends so troubled. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Do you ever feel discouraged when something you've put a lot of time into doesn't get as much attention as you thought it would? For instance, you could have spent hours and hours on a poem, only to have your friends barely glance at it when you show it to them. It might make you feel like doing any more is useless. And the sad truth is, the world is so saturated with creative work already that most people won't receive any attention, at least relative to the most popular artists and authors. There's actually not much you can do in that situation besides try your best. However, you also should think of things in terms of popularity and number of views. Wow, fucking calling me out specifically. Woof, Brody. Woof, that joke. I'm not even gonna read that. But woof. Oh, fuck. That's... Oof. The most important thing should be your own personal self-satisfaction. If you're proud of yourself and your work, then I say that's enough success. That's the most depressing writing tip of the day ever. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done sharing Sorry, I thought of something funny. In which case, let's start figuring out what we're all going to do for the festival. Ugh, you still remembered. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Anyway, as I was saying, well, I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Netsuki will be making her own specialty cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'll be able to printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sorry, you mentioned goodie bags earlier, if I remember correctly. Yep, I want to make some goodie bags for everyone and put it in little quotes, bookmarks, and candies. Ah, yes, that was it. Good idea. People will love that. Indeed. We're glad you're helping, Sayuri. Ah, you guys, it's nothing special. The cupcakes sound amazing, though. Of course, because I'll be making them. We all share a collective laugh. How about you, Yuri?
Ideally, I'd like to do something that could enhance the atmosphere of our performances. I'd like to experiment with some atmospherery, as they say. I'm sorry, aromatherapy. Oh, aromatherapy. I'd like to experiment with some aromatherapy as well, if that's okay with you. Of course that's fine. I'm excited to see that you've come up with it. You've also got beautiful handwriting, so perhaps something that involves that. Mary ponders for a moment. How about banners and decorations? Ha! Hoo-hoo! It's funny that you mentioned that. I was just about to say that myself. Haha, well, great minds think alike, right? She shares a laugh with Yuri and turns to me. Anyway, let's just leave you, Moles, the only clown member who's useless. Fuck. Right to the fucking core. Ah, you're cool, Brody. It's fine. I like a good dark humor. On occasion. Don't say that. In fact, it looks like all of us have a lot of work to do for the festival. I'm pretty sure I speak for everyone that I say some help would be much appreciated. So it's basically a choice between who to spend my weekend with. Why do I suddenly feel so nervous? I suppose I could use a little bit of help. Not that I really need it, but if you want to help bake stuff, I could always have you do some of the dirty work. But if you help, you better not sneak a cupcake to eat. I'm actually gonna fucking say it before this choice. I almost feel like choosing Sayori for everything is gonna make her condition worse. Buy some followers. No, I'm not gonna buy followers. That's gross. Oh, no. No, I'm not gonna do that. Well, here's... Oh, fuck. Here's the thing, Brody. I mean, I wasn't gonna ban him unless he started spamming it, but, yeah, not gonna buy viewers, and I'd be cautious about where you're advertising such things. Oh yeah, screenshot it. I guess you're right. I guess it's against the rules. I don't have a mod team. I don't know how Twitch works. I'm very new to this. I'll say spam malicious links and I'll report. I honestly think it's a bot. It's probably a bot. Trying to get me to buy followers. There. Slash mod cat 5 cable. Cool. Slash ban. There. All done. And now, if Cat 5's in the chat, he can take care of it too. Cool. Natsuki, I doubt Moles will want to help you if you make him out to be a burden. If you don't need any help, I believe he'd be better off assisting someone else.
Well, it's up to him to decide. Maybe he likes baking. Have you ever thought of that? Besides, how hard can making decorations be anyway?
It's not as though I'm only speaking for myself, but Monica and Sayori would likely be appreciative of help as well. And it's not that it really matters, but decorating requires a lot of creativity and meticulous work.
So does baking. You never baked a day in your life. How could you possibly know? Throughout their bickering, I can't but notice that Sayori hasn't said a word. Does she not want me to help her? Or am I just overthinking this? Is it possible to think properly with the arguing going on? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, it's like Natsuki said. Moles is the only one who gets to decide who we'd like to help. There's no need to argue over him like he's the last boy on Earth. I think it's fair to say that each of us have plenty of work to do. This has nothing to do with him being a boy. I agree. We're really discussing our workloads. Looks like Monica has united Natsuki and Yuri with a common enemy.
Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez, can we just move on already? Alright then, moving along. Moles, are you okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Of course.
Very well.
In that case, everyone looks straight at me, varying expressions of playing on their faces. I want to do Sayori, but I feel like that's just going to make it worse. And then Blocked and reported. Thank you very much. Report them. Don't buy followers, folks. It's bad to do. So many things. Yeah, I don't know. I reached 100 messages today. Woo! 100 messages, boys. That's a milestone. Alright, that's cool. So yeah, I don't know. I want to go with Sayuri, but I feel like Sayuri, just going with Sayuri and like smothering her with me is going to make her situation worse. And then, you know, we're going to get the rope again. But I saved. In fact, I'm going to save and like I'm going to go over here and make a special save in the 9th slot so I can come back to this if it goes really bad. That's the beauty of visual novels, I guess. So you can always go back, except in the original version of this game where they literally prevent you from going back. But hey, we'll see what happens. All right, I want to hang out with Sayuri. Hey Sayuri, it's been a while since we've hung out together, hasn't it? It's been a lot of fun making these. It'll be a lot of fun making those goodie bags, I reckon. Mind if I give you a hand with them? She doesn't quite look as happy as I hoped she'd be. Are you sure? I wouldn't want to bore you. Plus, it really isn't that much work. The others have a lot more to do, so I'm sure they'll get more out of your help than I would. I exchanged looks with Yuri, Natsuki, and Monica. None of us really knows how to react. It's okay, Sayuri, really. It's no problem. I work well alone. It wouldn't cause any hassle. Yeah, relax. I baked loads of cupcakes before, remember? So we'll walk in the park. Sayuri, no matter who you picked, the outcome would pretty much be the same. We've all got works to do. Our tasks are all equally important in making sure the festival runs smoothly. Don't feel bad about it. Moles chose you himself. It's what he wants to do. Besides, it's good that he'll be going with you, because we need someone who can keep you from eating all the candies. Oh, hey! Kidding. Seriously, enjoy yourself, guys. You two will have a lot of fun. I can sense it. Suri still doesn't look entirely convinced, but she smiles and nods at us. Am I really that much of a burden to work with? No, Moles, don't think like that. It's just because she's got something bothering her, that's all. Okay, well, that's settled then. Everyone knows what they're doing, and Moles is going to be helping Sayuri. I think that's everything sorted out then. I'll see everyone on Monday, and don't forget to practice your poems. It'll be fun, guys, I promise. Natsuki rolls her eyes as she leaves the classroom, Yuri and Monica in tow. As she passes by the door, Monica turns to us. Take care of yourself, Sayuri. She gives her a gentle smile. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm curious, but it's best not to ask. Their business, after all. Ready to walk home again? Sure, let's go. Yeah, since we hung out, yeah. They've actually been using that term "hung out" a lot. Which makes me nervous. It makes me really nervous. We'll see where it goes. So I was thinking about tomorrow. We'll probably have to head to town to grab supplies for the goodie bags. Is that okay with you? Uh-huh, that's fine. What time should I meet you and where? We can meet at my place. Also, seeing as we have a lot of work to do, let's make it bright and early. I know we have a big day ahead of us. Could we not make it too bright and early? Still a bit lazy, I see. He doesn't smile at the lighthearted jab. Strange. I thought she'd bounce off it and call me a meanie or stick her tongue out. Put that look on her face. No, it's just, I guess I'm not an early riser. No worries. I guess if we both got on with it, we could just get everything finished earlier than I imagined. Would 11 a.m. be okay? Yeah, I can work with that. Guess it means I'll get a lie in as well. Thank you. Oh, gosh. You better be alive the next time I see you, bitch. Anyway, there's a few shops we can go in town. I think we'll need to go to the arts and crafts store along with the sweets one. Yeah, sounds good to me. You have my number, right? Just text me if there's any changes to our plans. Otherwise, I'll see you on Sunday at 11. Okay. We turn to walk off to our houses. Oh, and Malls? Yeah. I'm sorry about how I've been acting today. I promise you, I'll be fine tomorrow. Feels bad. Don't like this. Today has been a strange day. Just when I thought I was getting closer to Sayuri. It makes me think, are any of the girls harboring some sort of hidden side to them? Who knows? All of them. Literally fucking all of them, dude. I'm still weirded out we haven't seen the new characters yet. They were introduced in like the first bit. You haven't seen them yet. It's weird. Weirds me out. It's already Sunday. Knowing that I'll be spending a day alone with Sayuri is kind of weird. Not in a bad way or anything. It's just a long time since we had a day to hang out together where it's just the two of us. Still, I'm looking forward to it. I just hope whatever was bugging her on Friday is gone. It was really hard seeing her like that. I shake my head. No, it's new day today. It'll be much better. As my mind drifts while I wait for her, I subconsciously recall a memory from a long time ago. My parents took us to a fair that came to town. Must have been around 11? I managed to win Sayuri, a giant cuddly cow plushie, in one of those shooting minigame things. Well, actually, my dad did. I couldn't aim for my life. That's when I realized that video games don't train you to shoot in real life. I smile at the memory. Does she really remember it as well? The buzzing at the doorbell brings me to the present. Most likely it's Sayuri. Yep, there she is. She's gone for a pretty casual outfit. It's simple, but works really well on her. Hey, Malls! Ready to go? Hey, sure am. Let's get going. I gently close the door behind me, and we step out onto the street. It's a bright, sunny day, not too hot, and there's a gentle breeze. Perfect. I definitely think if I do a second run of this, which I kind of want to, and assuming it doesn't go crazy, I'll probably do Natsuki. Well, I'm glad I can be background noise to your fucking bullshit Gears Tactics game. I don't know. Is that game good? I don't know. So, where are we going first then? Well, I made a list of all the stuff we need. Don't worry. Don't worry, Cat 5. If the game keeps going, it'll probably match up the tone eventually. Ugh. Well, I made a list of the stuff we'll need, so that'll be a big help. I fished out a small sheet of paper from my pocket. On it, I've written what we need and where we can get the items. So we need bookmarks, some sweets, ribbons, and some stuff with bags. To be honest, I have no idea where we can get the gift bags and the ribbon. I was planning to go to the arts and crafts store in town, but apparently it's shut down recently. Oh, really? That's okay. I actually have some gift bags and ribbon at home. Thank God. That's pretty convenient. You should have mentioned it yesterday, though. Sorry, I must have forgot. No, it's okay. I'm curious why we have two things. Why you have those two things, though. What do you use it for? Oh, I don't use them for anything. They're leftover from a birthday party I had years ago. I think it was my 10th one. You remember it, right? She looks at me with puppy-dog eyes, and I hasten to try and recall. Something about you getting cake all over your face, right? Hey, you did too! I laugh, as I realize I can't claim innocence here. Guilty as charged. Well, with these two items down, we just have to visit the bookstore and the supermarket. Which one are we going to first? Let's start with the bookstore. Whatever you say! They had a lot of Gears-isms to it. I like XCOM, I never got super deep into it. Strategy games are not like 100% my thing. As we walk, I notice Sayuri humming contentedly, a slight skip in her step. I forgot how adorable she could be, always so cheery. It's like she lives in her own little world. She looks like she's back to normal again. To say I'm relieved would be an understatement. Almost like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Hey, Sayuri! Look, you're in a much better mood today. Of course! I said I'd be fine today, remember? So here I am! It's a relief to see you back to your normal self. You really had me worried on Friday. No need to worry about me, silly. How have you been, anyway? Good, good. Never thought I'd be writing poems in my free time, but hey, it's a real change of pace from what I'm used to, but I'm not complaining. Sayuri giggles. What? Nothing. I just didn't see you as the poetic type, that's all. All those video games, I guess you really got into them over the past few years. I shift uncomfortably. I feel like this is a reference to us drifting. After all, she's not wrong. As I became a recluse, I turned to gaming as an escape. Haha, well, truth be told, I didn't really think I was a poet either. I guess I never realized how much I enjoy literature. I struck off the comment about gaming. I want to enjoy today, after all. I mean, Yuri showed me this really cool book. Well, maybe not cool, but it was pretty interesting. It's something about a girl who escapes from this weird human experimentation prison and all sorts of horrible stuff happens to her. Sayuri pouts, looking very disapproving. Wow, I don't like the sound of that at all. Sounds really scary. I'd hate to live in a world where horrible stuff like that happened to me. Well, it looks like Sayuri's wonderful innocence never went anywhere. I'd hate for anything bad to happen to you too, Sayuri. I'd never let it happen. You're so sweet, Malls, you know that? I used to be protective of Sayuri when we were kids. Guess not much has changed, even after so much time apart. I hadn't even realized we made it to the bookstore already. As it turns out, the bookstore is actually in a library. It's pretty small, but after glancing around, it seems to have what we need. Alright, here we are. Let's see what they have. I make a beeline for a rack of shelves, carrying in a nice variety of bookmarks that include all different colors and sizes. Sayuri wanders over, her eyes wide at all the choices. Ooh, so many to choose from! Yep, who would have guessed there's such a demand for bookmarks of all things? This blue one is really nice! I look over, slightly warily. I forgot how excitable she can be. It's a bookmark with a blue koala. Who makes a bookmark with a blue koala? Sayuri seems to love it, though. Before I even get to say anything, she starts gushing over the bookmark. Look at this red one! It's got a little ribbon shape on it! Looks just like mine! Well, at least that one is a bit more justifiable. Look at these, Moles! They've got little puns on them! Sure enough, there's a row of little bookmarks, bearing a picture of objects with puns related to them. An apple with the quote, "You are the apple of my eye." A cutesy smiling cartoon bacon with the words, "I like you more than bacon." That's not a pun. Okay, that one actually kind of made me laugh. Ha! I'll admit, I like the bacon one. The apple one's too cheesy, though. Her face is all scrunched up trying to decide which bookmarks to get. Probably better off getting these plain ones, Sayori. These are just for strangers coming to view our performance. No point getting these cutesy punny ones. Aw, no fun. Hey, I'll get you the donut one, though. The donut one has a smiley donut with the words, "Don't you know how amazing you are?" Oh, really? Thank you, I love it. It's not hard to make Sayori smile. Apparently, except fucking yesterday. I've heard how Doki Doki goes. You're probably right. It goes places, man. In the end, we went for a pack of plain, colorful bookmarks. They get the job done, right? I think Sayori forgets that not everyone is into the stuff she's into. Not that the bookmarks are out of the way. We wander over to the supermarket. So, we just need the sweets, right? Do me a favor and don't spend hours trying to choose some, okay? I know you like your candy. Hey! It's not my fault I got a sweet tooth. Oh, whose fault is it then? She sticks her tongue out at me. As predicted, Sayori is beyond excited. Like a real kid in a candy store. Well, she's technically not in a candy store, but the saying doesn't really sound as good when it's a supermarket, doesn't it? Aw, malls, there aren't any cookies here. I decide to humor her. Oh no, seriously? That's heartbreaking. I know! How can they call themselves a supermarket if they don't have any cookies? It's crazy, yeah. Anyway, we still have a lot to do when we get home, so let's make some choices now, shall we? Okay. We browse the selection, pondering what candy would be best to buy. Hey, Suri, what's your favorite flavor of licorice? Strawberry. Why? Oh, no reason, just wondering. Strawberry licorice it is. I'm going to keep this as a surprise for her. Though doing this little thoughtful things for her makes me pause. Suri told me I always used to look out for her back when we were still hung out. Did I really stop doing all that? I find that kind of hard to believe, given how naturally I find looking out for her to be. I think these will be okay, don't you think? She points into her bag, which is filled with an assortment of chocolates and other sweets. There's milk chocolate in here. Toffee chocolates, peppermints, all sorts of stuff. People are going to love it. They sure will. I'll just give them some of my own candy, and then we can get a move on. I'll just get some of my own candy and then get a move on. Okay! We still got a lot to do, don't forget. Looks like you already got the chocolate side of things handled. I decided to go for the fruity sweets. Alright, I think that'll do. Aw, time to leave already? Could you do me a teeny favor? Let me guess, buy you some cinnamon buns? How did you know? I like this face. It's really cute. Yo, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. Whenever your parents took us shopping together, you always used to ask your mom for the exact same thing. She blushes a little, turning away. I guess some things never change, right? I smile back at her. It's the little things with Siri that really warm my heart. I'm definitely not complaining. Hands over the candy, we head to the register to pay. The cashier gives us a stern look, almost like he's disapproving of all the sugar we're carrying. Siri is totally oblivious, probably not too busy thinking about which candy she can get away with eating. Okay, so that's everything. Let's head home and get started with the quotes. Okay, although I need to grab the goodie bags and ribbon from my place. You should head home and get your computer up and running while I do that. That way, by the time I'm back at yours, we'll be good to go. She really has a knack for showing initiative when I least expect it. Her idea is pretty smart though, so I'll roll with it. Great thinking. Here, hand me the bookmarks so I can take them home. I'll see you in a bit. Just give me a buzz when you're outside. Sure thing. Bye. Don't kill yourself. Am I even allowed to say that on Switch? Am I even allowed to say that? Probably not. Don't do it? I don't know. I make my way upstairs and boot up the computer, tossing the bookmarks onto the desk. As the machine whirs to life, I sit back, idly thinking about literature. There's probably some really deep quotes out there. I laugh softly to myself, imagining how much someone like Yuri would resonate with these wise words. She'd probably appreciate the quotes the most. For the second time today, the sound of the doorbell ringing jolts me back into reality. Once again, it's Sayori, who's clutching a large sack filled with colorful assortments of gift bags. It looks like she's literally carrying a rainbow. Hi again! So here we are. I led her upstairs as she carries on being enthralled by all the colors. Man, you really couldn't decide on a color, could you? There are so many pretty ones to choose between, Malls. I figured you could help me choose, so I brought them all. Ooh, shall we go for blue or the pink ones? But these green ones are pretty too. Sorry, how many do we need? This one has little cinnamon decorations on it. Sorry. Sorry. How many do we need? Good question. I think about 15 will do, right? Just to be on the safe side. She pulls out some ribbon from the sack. Unlike the gift bags, these are all one color, a very deep red. Yeah, well, can't see anything wrong with that. Want to help me with the quotes? Sure. How about this one? Writing is its own reward. I mean, don't you feel good when you finish one of your poems? Or don't you feel excited to show what you've written to people? Kind of, I guess. I think Yuri would really like that quote, though. Let's use that one. Yeah, I'm with you on that. What about this one? There are 3 rules to writing a novel. Unfortunately, no one knows what they are. I don't get it. Neither do I, to be honest. But I like the humor. It strikes me as something people might find funny. I don't know. I think it's something Monica or Yuri might find amusing. I'll trust your judgment.
I like this one a lot. There's no real ending. It's just a place where you stop the story. It actually reminds me of a thought I had about poetry. Oh? Yeah, to me, a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. That's kind of profound. Something I expect from Yuri. So, what does that actually mean? Can't you see? It just means that because the poet has stopped writing, it doesn't mean the poem is over. Ah, well, if you say so, Sari. I think a lot of people will appreciate that one. What do you think? Whoops. Whoops. Alt-tabbed out of the game. I think a lot of people will appreciate that one, don't you think? There's something quite delicious about reading the first words of a story. You never quite know where they'll take you. Oh, I'm sorry, boys. I actually really need to pee again. I'm drinking a lot of water because it's really hot, and I worked out, and I was dehydrated, and I almost had a heat stroke. So, I'll be right back. We're back, folks. We're back. Yeah, those last two lines, man. I'm not feeling super confident about Sayuri's future, boys. But that's the fun part about this mod. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. I think so, too. That one, so it makes you feel a sense of wonder, doesn't it? Also, probably only going to stream for another maybe 30 minutes. Yeah, I remember that poem. That one was terrible. I feel like Sayuri in the original, like, got it the hardest of anyone. Kuznetsky just gets deleted, and Sayuri, like, deals with the... I guess Sayuri and Yuri get it very similarly. But I don't know. I feel like Sayuri gets it a bit more rough. A bit more rough. Alright, fine. I'll look at history. I know what you're talking about with the it just stops moving thing. I caught that. I have nothing in the gallery yet, which is weird. Exactly the kind of feelings a good story should make you feel. Wow, I sound like Yuri, don't I? A little bit. She's rubbing off on you, huh? Does that mean I'll start sounding intelligent? Sayuri chuckles, her eyes full of mirth. Her laughter is so innocent and sweet. You already do, Mulls. Aw, come on, Sayuri, that's not true. My poems aren't anywhere near as good as yours. Mine aren't anything special, don't be silly, but I'm sure you'll be a great poet in no time. Ah, well, I'll believe it when I see it, I guess. Anyway, let's get these printed and start putting together the goodie bags. Okie dokie! After finding a few more quotes, we get to work. We have all the items ready to go. Now it's just a case of putting the bookmark, quote, and candy in each bag, then trying it all up with a piece of ribbon. We get to work, a comfortable silence descending upon the room.
As we progress, I realize how happy I've been all day. It's not been anything fancy, just going into town with Sayori, even that put me in good spirits. Spending time with someone, joking around, reflecting on old memories. This weekend has been miles better than how my weekends typically go, boring, filled with aimless gaming and anime. I've missed this. I've missed this a lot, I really have. And most of all, I've missed Sayori. Today has taught me that I'm determined to spend more time with her. After all, I think she enjoyed it too. There's a lot to catch up on, so I suppose we'll have plenty to say and do over the coming weeks and months. You're pretty quiet, Moles. Are you okay? And there it is. The defining trait of hers, always being concerned with others' well-being. I'm lucky to have someone like her in my life. What? Oh, I'm fine, yeah, sorry, I've just been doing a lot of thinking. About what, if I can ask? Just about today. I really enjoyed it, hanging out with you again. It's been a while, hasn't it? It has. I'm glad you enjoyed it, because I was going to say that I did too. I haven't had this much fun in a while. Hearing that lifts my spirits even further, something I didn't think was possible. You know, I'm genuinely happy to hear that. I haven't really told anyone, but... Sayori looks at me, her blue eyes swimming without concern. Truth be told, I have been kind of lonely. Ever since my parents' divorce, I haven't really had much contact with people. And spending time with you today, it's been refreshing. A really nice change of pace. This is so sweet. This is so nice feeling. Cyberpunk got delayed again. Damn it. Wasn't it already coming out in November? Ah, well. Delay it until it's good. That's fine. That's fine. Maybe they're pushing it for next-gen consoles. I don't know. I don't think she's going to do it tomorrow. I think that's too soon. I think it needs to go a bit darker. I think there needs to be... I think there's a bit more before she does it. If she does it at all. I changed for my weekends myself, playing games. Oh, I'm so sorry, Moles. I had no idea you felt this way. You should have told me earlier that you were so lonely. I hate that I couldn't help you before. No, it's okay. Seriously, it's not your fault or anything. I've just been really reclusive myself. And I've really enjoyed the literature club so far. Just being able to spend time with people my age again, discover a new hobby, I appreciate it more than I can describe. You've all been super welcoming, and I know I'm no poet or anything, but that didn't bother any of you. Well, I'm glad you feel included in the club. That's exactly what we want the club to be, welcoming. And I'm going to make sure you never feel lonely again, okay? Gotta put a smile on your face, you hear me? Can't have you being sad. Starting with this. She reaches over me and starts tickling me. Her hands... This is going to get erotic, isn't it? Her hands ghosting over my neck and chest. I recoil instinctively, laughing like a small child. Hey, stop! Stop that! You know I'm ticklish. The laughter must be a catalyst for her tickling. Because she hears it, she doubles her efforts, a childlike grin on her face. I'm squirming and howling with laughter, almost running out of breath. Please stop! Sayori! I can't breathe! Give me a second. She pauses, giving me a chance to catch my breath. Good, she's fallen for my decoy. I dart forward, pulling my arms away from me and driving her towards the bed. Oh God. Here we go! It's time to enact some revenge. No, you tricked me. No fair. Poor little Sayori, bamboozled by the mastermind Moles. I love bamboozled. It's a great word. Oh, thank you. I like putting in a little extra performance. Sometimes I find it hard to give a real personality to the protagonist's voice because I'm just reading it in my regular voice. But yeah, thanks. That means a lot. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is going places. I should close my door. It'll probably be fine. Please have mercy. What was that? Sorry, I didn't catch that. You'll have to speak up. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. No choker. That would be fitting. Nudity is still turned off. We're good. We're good, folks. Jesus. The hand is near the neck. Like, oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God. I playfully feign defenseness as I carry on tickling her. Her laughter is like music to my ears. She's squirming underneath my fingertips, crying with mirth. To see such a big smile on her face, even if it's kind of involuntary, it's such a nice sight to see. Her laugh has such an innocent, joyful ring to it. Hearing it transports me back 10 years ago, back when we had that carefree level of innocence only childhood could have. Please, seriously, I can't breathe. God damn it! It's making the jokes for me. I can't does sound quite short of breath, and I've been tickling her for a while. I think I've had my revenge. It's only when I stop tickling her that I realize the situation we're in. I'm sitting on top of her, pinning her down with my legs. One of my hands rests where her neck meets her shoulder, and the other one is wrapped around her wrists. And the laughter from both of us subsides. A new atmosphere takes place. It's not exactly awkward, but it's unusual, and neither of us knows how to react. I meet Sayori's gaze and find something in her eyes. What exactly is it? I wish I could read that expression, but the novelty of the situation makes me so unsure. Expectant? Is the word I'm looking for? I don't know. To anyone looking in, this probably wouldn't look as innocent as we think it does. I hasten to climb off of her. She responds by sitting up on the bed and the completed goodie bag's all but forgotten. Sorry, Sayoriously, yeah. Whew. We got out of that one, boys. Whew, sorry, No, it's okay. She responded quite quickly. This isn't just me who sensed something in the atmosphere. The atmosphere is becoming more and more awkward by the moment. What exactly happened? Anyway, I'm, glad we managed to get those goodie bags finished. Oh yeah, me too. They were a lot of fun to make. I just hope the other students like them. I'm glad she's able to roll with the subject change of topic. Just like that, some of the awkward air is dispelled. Monica will be pleased too. A lot of effort went into these, you know. I know she'll appreciate what we've done. I think Yuri will love the quotes too. Some of these really remind me of her. Not just me who thought of that then. How are you feeling with the actual recital though? I mean, I knew I probably seemed pretty enthusiastic when Monica asked us, but you're pretty nervous now. Yeah, I guess. I'll be okay, though. I mean, I have my poem, and I sort of know how I want it to go, so I think with a little more practice, it'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Let's not think about that. What about you, Moles? Aren't you nervous? Truthfully, yeah. I don't have Monica's confidence, sadly. But hey, I really like the club, and this is my chance to get something back to it, right? Yeah, that's a great attitude to have. Besides, I have an excuse to be bad. I'm new, and nowhere near as experienced as you guys, so that's my justification if my performance isn't that great. Moles, all you have to do is practice, okay? Your performance will be as good as ours, I know it. It's nice to have someone to believe in me, I guess. Thanks, Sayori. No problem. I probably should get going, though. I need to practice my poem and stuff. Yeah, that reminds me. I should probably do the same. Do you want to take the goodie bags? Sure. Okay, I'll put them in a sack for you. One sec. And runs around, finding a big bag enough for all the smaller ones, handing the big one over to Sayori. We both had to downstairs. So, I'm getting the impression. I'm not convinced that this game is going to be innocent and not have that. Like, clearly Sayori is still depressed, and clearly the other characters still have stuff going on. But I'm not entirely convinced something really fucked isn't going to happen. I'm not convinced. But it's going to be a slower burn. This is clearly going to be a longer thing, because I streamed this for 2 hours yesterday, and we're, fuck, where's the stream time? I thought it said, I've been live for 2 hours now. So we're at 4 hours of playtime here. And yeah, reading it and talking to the chat, it takes a bit longer. But, yeah. Oh, tell me about it, Brody. But, I'm thinking this is a slower burn. So if something really bad does happen, I think it's going to take longer. I think this is a slow burn. Yeah, Vertigears aren't cheap, but you can find them on sale on occasion. I've had this one for almost 2 years now. You can post an example, or you can join my Discord and chat and post links in there if you'd like. There should be a link in the Twitch description, but I can post one in the chat as well. That's good, Valentine. Oh, he's playing Mario. I thought, you know what, that might even be a game I should play, because oh, it sends it to both. I see how it works. Okay, yeah. No. I'll save that YouTube clip for later. I want to keep going with this because I want to get a bit more done before I stop for the day. But I'm getting really hungry, so we'll be wrapping the stream up shortly. I'm really enjoying this game though. Like, I'm having a ton of fun, and you guys seem to be enjoying it. So I'll probably pick it up tomorrow around the same time, around noon. Noon for me, in the Atlantic time zone. Eastern, I guess it would be 11 o'clock. But we're going to keep going for a little bit. I want to get to at least the end of the day, maybe a bit of the next day. She hovers by the doorway. She turns around to face me. There's a shyness on her face. Oh, by the way. Yeah? Thanks for today, Malls. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. Hey, that's alright. I really enjoyed myself, too. We should make this more of a regular thing. Her face lights up. Yeah! I like the sound of that. I'll see you tomorrow at the school festival, okay? That you will. See you tomorrow, Sayuri. As she waves and walks off, bag in hand, it takes me a few moments to identify what I'm feeling inside. Happiness. Something as simple as going to town and making goodie bags with Sayuri. It made me feel really warm inside. How was it it's taken me this long to realize? I don't know if I'm going to see Sayuri tomorrow, because this is the point in the original where things would go bad. But we'll see. We'll see. It's the day of the festival. The preparations for the event should be nearly complete, given all the work everyone's putting in over the weekend. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. It's been a while though. Where's Sayuri? No. This is a fake out. 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 It's a fake out. She's gonna be fine. I'm telling you, this one's fake. This is a fake. This is a fake. So when she turns up alive, you're like, oh, okay, everything's fine, and then it's gonna hit you later. Hit you again later. We're meant to walk together, but she's late again. I don't want to leave her behind. But if she takes much longer, I'm going to be late for school. More time passes. There's going to be a moment of decision soon as she doesn't arrive. Just as I'm getting ready to leave, I finally spot her, slowly making her way down the street. She's carrying a large sack in her hands, and I'm surprised that she isn't running over to me. Isn't she aware of how late she is? Sayuri, where have you been? We could have been late for school. Oh, ha, I know, I'm sorry. I told you. I knew it. I knew it was a fake out. I knew it. I knew it was a fake out. I knew it. I, overslept again? Or couldn't decide what to have for breakfast? She immediately pouts. You're such a meanie sometimes. You know, my teasing is all in good fun, right? She mumbles something under her breath. Of course! By the way, I also double-checked the little bags. They're all in here. She gestures at the large sack, a bright smile evident on her face. I really don't like the really subtle... I don't know if you guys can hear it on stream, but I can hear it with my headphones. The really subtle, ghostly, I would describe it, whistle in the background of the happy music. It makes me uncomfortable. Makes me uncomfortable. Good stuff, Sayuri. People are going to love them. That was a really good idea. Candy, bookmarks, and literature quotes. Perfect thing to give it at our event. Uh-huh. Something for everyone. Although, I'm kind of nervous for the festival. Honestly, I don't blame you for that. It's kind of nerve-wracking, isn't it? I mean, I know how much it means to Monica, but at the same time, I don't really know... I didn't really realize how intimidating reciting poetry to a bunch of strangers can be. Yeah, I was all for it back in the club room, but now that the actual day is here... She looks a little nervous. I reach over and give her a squeeze on the shoulder. We'll be fine, don't worry. I know how much you like poetry, plus your poems are great. I just hope my own performance is up to standard. Oh, don't be silly, Malls. I'll love your poem, I just know it. I chuckle, and admiring the definitive optimism that really makes Sayuri, well, Sayuri. Guess we'll find out, haha. By the way, are you doing anything after the festival? Anything fun? Nope, I haven't really planned that far ahead. I'm not really great at that anyway. I'm kind of hoping we finish early so we can have the rest of the day off, to be honest. So what you're really saying is that you just want to go home and sleep, right? Oh, look how many students there are. How many clubs are having their own little event today? What a tactical change of topic that was. Our school is in sight. There's a lot of students milling around. It's a little strange to think that there's so many students around. Yet I'm still been feeling so lonely, or at least before joining the literature club. Times like this make me grateful that Sayuri told me about the club in the first place. Did we ever get a shot of the school in the original? I don't remember. Hoi High, something like that. I don't know. Probably quite a few. By the way, Sayuri, what's up, Malls? I just wanted to say, well, no matter how the festival goes, I'm really grateful you told me about the club and let me join. I've had a lot of fun so far. You said that a lot, man. You can't keep repeating yourself. You gotta come up with new compliments to impress the ladies. I stretch the back of my head nervously as Sayuri looks curious at me. I've never been very good at expressing myself, and it probably shows. I guess what I'm trying to say is thank you. It's been so fun being able to spend time with you again, too. It really takes me back. You don't have to thank me for anything, silly. I've enjoyed it, too. After all, it would be lovely if things could go back to how they used to. How they used to? What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Strange choice of words. What could she mean by this? As we enter the courtyard and make our way to our meeting room, she breaks the silence by giggling. Something funny? I've just thought of a way to steal one of Natsuki's cupcakes without her realizing. Are you sure that's a good idea? Natsuki might be a little, but you know better than I do that she can be really fiery.
Oh, don't you worry about her. She might seem a bit mean on the outside, but she's harmless. Don't let her fool you.
Well, I'd rather her than me.
Moles! Sayuri! It's good to see you guys. Do you want to come in and give me a hand? Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that all the poems were performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like, and submitted that. But that's the one I'll be performing. Hey, do you guys want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, they really did. Oh, they look really pretty. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. Man, Monica and Sayuri's voices are so similar compared to Natsuki and Yuri. I feel bad about it. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized the girls' poems from the ones they performed during our practice. Just then, Natsuki bursts into the room, carrying a box that positively towers over her. Yuri trails in behind her, carrying a rolled-up banner and a large duffel bag. All right, it's festival time! Wow, you guys got here before me? I thought I was pretty early. I'm sorry for being the last one here. I'm glad that some preparation is already underway, though. It should take less time to set everything up this way. Yeah, let's work hard together, everyone. Natsuki unpacks her box to reveal 4 trays of cupcakes stacked carefully on top of each other. Moles! I jump at the sudden outburst. Yes? Help me lay out these cupcakes! If you wouldn't mind. Sayuri, can you help me with these? Yuri gestures at her bag, to which Sayuri nods cheerfully. I help Natsuki with her cupcakes. Is the screen flickering? Or is that just my monitor? It's my monitor. Sometimes my monitor acts weird, and I have to Alt-Tab out of the program because of and I pretty much pin down what it is. It's the FreeSync. Yeah. There's a lot of custom sprites. I think Monica's are a little weird, but otherwise the new art's been pretty good so far. I'm just gonna take a quick drink. I'll go a little bit long. Then I gotta go make dinner. I help Natsuki with her cupcakes while Yuri and Sayuri start putting up decorations. Meanwhile, Monica continues putting down pamphlets. It isn't long before Natsuki has carefully arranged her cupcakes in a neat formation. Each cupcake is topped with white icing and some kanji written in a variety of different colored frostings. Wow, these look really good. Great idea to make these literature club themed, Natsuki. Yeah, it was a good idea, huh? I wrote down words that specifically have to do with poetry in our poems, too. She picks up a cupcake to show me. See, this one says create. That kanji, isn't that kanji for use? Natsuki furiously checks over the rest of her cupcakes to look for more miswritten characters. I glance over at Sayuri and Yuri. They put up a banner with an inspirational quote written on colorful gradient of the colors of the sky. A good writer possesses not only his own spirit, but also the spirit of his friends. That's a quote from the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. He's always had some very interesting thoughts, although there are some that I don't quite agree with. Oh, I think I heard of him. Excuse me for that, by the way. As usual, Yuri outclasses me with her intellect. It seems that they've also hung up a curtain of origami paper tied by ribbons in the doorway. Upon closer inspection, each paper has a different kanji written character on it. Hey, it looks like you did something similar to Natsuki with your kanji curtain. Is that so? I'll have to take a look at it when she's done with it. I said so. I'll have to take a look at what she's done after I finish setting up. She gestures at a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. Yuri said that she's an essential oils diffuser. Yes, it's an aromatherapy, one of my favorite contributors to the positive atmosphere. I'm excited to see how it works later. It looks like all the preparations are almost finished now. I feel like there's something missing, though. Suddenly I notice a large bag sitting forlornly on the side. Sorry, do you mind handing me that sack you've got? I'll help you distribute all the stuff inside. Okay, here you go. Peering inside, I catch sight of quite a few small, colorful bags, neatly tied shut with ribbons. At first, it's just as I remembered. Her handiwork from yesterday really showed. I pull one out. Yuri and Monica noticed the little bags, looking with interest. So that's what you and Moles have been working on over the weekend, huh, Sayuri? I love how these look. You both did a fantastic job. Oh, it's mostly Sayuri. I couldn't do the ribbon part. My life depended on it. Haha. I'm sure the contents are just as impressive as the exterior. What sort of things did you choose for the quotes? We had a lot of fun with that. She delicately opens one of the little bags, fishing on a quote. It's perfectly okay to write garbage, as long as you edit it brilliantly. Wait, I didn't put that one in? Oh yeah, that one was mine. I thought it was kind of funny. Monica giggles, whereas Yuri and Sayuri look like they're trying to figure out what the punchline is. Well, one of these three isn't so bad. How about this one? I hastily open another bag, picking up the quote. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets fixated on a specific point. Just force yourself to get something out on paper and tidy it up later.
I like that one a lot, Malls. After all, it's pretty much true. If you never start, you can't make any progress. Keeping your pen in the same spot would just result in a big puddle of ink. We couldn't find out who said that, which is a shame. Oh, have you guys tried the candy? She said it. Don't you think we should save these for the people we made the bags for, Sayori? Oh, yeah. Natsuki's irritated voice rings out from across the classroom. Hey, if you guys have finished over there, can you actually sort Sayuri's stuff out? You know we do have a festival to prepare for. She huffs, and the rest of us share a guilty grin. Natsuki's right. I suppose Natsuki raises a valid point. Yeah, let's get to it then. We each delve into the sack and scoop out the little bags, going around the classroom and setting them down on each desk. We printed out a few spare quotes to put around the classroom, and it's not long before a few desks bear the wise words of writers and poets alike. Sayori wanders over to the front door and sticks one of the quotes there. I'm impressed by her thinking. Everyone will see the quote that way. It doesn't take long to distribute at all. And a little bit, out of the corner of my eyes, I spot Sayori trying to sneakily open a bag and pop a candy into her mouth. Naturally, she drops the chocolate. Some things never change. That's cute. I will. I'll open it. I'll open the link. It was never a bad song. It was never a bad song. It was never a bad song. To love. I don't know how I feel about that edit though. That's great. He should get it the most. But no. I actually really like the song. It's good. It's a good song. I like it. By the time we finish, it looks like everyone else is done. The classroom is now darkened, lit up by the ambient lighting of the candles. A delicate floral scent wafts through the air, courtesy of Yuri's essential oils. Sayori and I head towards the other three girls, who are huddled near the front of the classroom, murmuring to each other. Is it about time to start yet? Ooh, they redid the shading on these. It looks nice, even though I don't still feel like the eyes are a little derpy and like the face is a little weird. I like it. This is good. Almost. We wrote that we were going to start at 10 a.m. on our posters, and that's in 10 minutes. Are people actually going to show up for this? Don't be negative. Some people have shown up already, and I'm sure that more will file in soon. It's super weird to get to the festival, because you never actually got to the festival in the original game. You guys don't have to be worrying about it so much. I've got full faith in all of you. I've seen all of your poems. It's been amazing watching each and every one of you find and ensure your unique writing styles. She smiles encouragingly at each of us. To her credit, her words are helpful, even though I haven't been part of this club for as long as the other three. Even Malls? Natsuki? Wait. Says Mom. That's good. That's funny. I like that. I almost didn't notice that, but I saw it. It was just a joke. Jeez, thought some humor would lighten the mood. Sorry. Just trying to make sure everyone's in the best frame of mind before we start. It's okay, Monica. We'll all understand and appreciate that. She has the best shading. That's fantastic. That's really good. Yuri's great. Sayori's second. Natsuki's third. And Monica's... There's just something awkward about Monica's sprite that bothers me. Yeah, we know how much this club means to you. I want it to be the success just as you do. Couldn't have put it better myself. Even though I've only been in the club for a few days, I felt really at home. Truth be told, I used to be kind of lonely. Knowing that I'm included in something with people like you guys makes me feel better. Apart from Sayori on Sunday, I haven't told anyone about how lonely I've been feeling. I'm a little nervous about how the others will react. They'll turn to me, varying degrees of emotion on their face. Natsuki imperatively looks to the side, while Yuri gives me an expression of concern. Sayori looks a little sad, remembering our conversation about this. It's okay, Moles. We can change that, remember? Like I said, I'm so happy that you feel welcome here. It's exactly what we wanted. I agree. No one should feel alone. I know it's quite different. I know it's a quite difficult thing to experience. I feel a warm flush of gratitude in their words. Thanks, guys. That means a lot. Also, Monica, I told Sayori this earlier, and I figured you might appreciate hearing this. Well, no matter how this festival goes, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you. Thanks to you guys, that lonely feeling has disappeared. This feels like the end, but it can't be. It can't possibly be the end. You've all been so welcoming and accepting, and believe me, I'm really appreciative of that. So even if this event doesn't quite go as planned, just know that I really love it here, and I'm so glad that Sayori told me about this club. If others don't like what we have here, well, it's their loss, right? The girls nod in agreement, smiling at me. I had no idea my words would have so much impact, but I'm glad they did in the end. It feels so rewarding to be able to get back to the club for a change. Monica turns to me, eyes shining with appreciation. Thank you, Malls. You're right. Hearing those words from a newcomer really makes me feel like I've succeeded in my goals as president. After all, I want to create a place where people can feel comfortable and share literature, and what you've just said makes me feel like it's all worth it. She turns to face the others. See, guys, if we could show Malls how amazing this club is, who's to say we can't show the other students the same thing? Don't see them as strangers. See them as potential club members. She's definitely got an inspiring way with words. Yeah, good thinking, Monica. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah. If they say something bad about my cupcakes, I'm gonna kill them. Yuri giggles softly. I won't lie to you. I'm still quite nervous, but after hearing what you said, Malls, I realize that there might be other lonely people out there. This club would be a perfect place for them. Yeah, we might even find more manga enthusiasts. That's the spirit. Now let's go and show the rest of the school just what the literature club is made of. As if on cue, a few people wander into the room, curiously looking around the room. Monica confidently walks over and greets them, and so it begins. Monica and Sayori have greeted the newcomers and settled them in desks throughout the classroom. Some people are already helping themselves to cupcakes, and notice Natsuki keeping an eye on them. Meanwhile, Yuri is nervously looking through the pamphlet. I can see her soundlessly moving the words to her poem. Now that I think about it, I should be getting some extra practice as well. Before I can do, though, Monica heads back towards us with Sayori in tow. Showtime, everyone! Let's do this, guys! Time to get this over with. I can do this. We group up and stand together at the front of the classroom. Monica steps up to the podium and clears her throat, drawing the room's attention. Okay, everyone, welcome to the Literature Club's poetry performance. My name is Monica, as some of you may know. Some girls sitting near the front of the class wave at her. And I'm the president of the club. Accompanying me is Vice President Sayori. Hey, guys! And the rest of the club members, Yuri, Natsuki, and last but certainly not least, Malls. We all wave back to the students with varying degrees of enthusiasm. I hope that you all enjoy our poetry and that we'll be able to help contribute to a memorable festival. Literature is amazing in its ability to connect us to the human condition, and we really hope that this event will help encourage others to start participating as well. Our club will gladly welcome any new members, from those who love words and writing to anyone who's simply just curious and wants to learn more. After the scheduled performance, we'll be opening up the stage to anyone who wants to perform, so don't be shy. And now, without further ado, we'll be starting with my poem, The Way They Fly. Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri and I head off to settle down in the foremost seats, saving a seat at the end for Monica. She stands there alone, yet still radiating confidence. After flashing a smile and a wink at us, she begins. Each word is crystal clear and exudes emotion. Somehow, her reaction is even better than it was only a few days ago. She must be practiced hard to be able to achieve this perfection. The classroom is silent at first, drinking in her words. After a few moments, however, some whispering starts up at the back of the classroom. I guess that's inevitable, but it still doesn't make it any less annoying. I exchange a look with Natsuki, who rolls her eyes at the disruptions. Sayori pats my hand and gives me an encouraging smile. She's comforting as always. As Monica's poem progresses, more and more people wander in. Normally that would be a good thing, but they're making a lot of noise. Thankfully, they simmer down once they realize Monica's speaking, but the damage has already been done. She reaches the end of her poem, the last few words resonating in the classroom. A round of applause fills the room. Monica beams everyone, patiently waiting for them to finish. Thank you for listening, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my poem and that it gave you a flavor of what the club is like. For the newcomers, welcome. We're just in the midst of showing you all our poems. For the benefit of those who've just joined, she quickly reintroduces everyone. Anyway, up next is Natsuki. Take it away. Time to go, Mobile GIF. That's fair enough, Cat 5. See you later, buddy. Stream's gonna end here anyway. I'm just waiting for a good stopping point. Natsuki stumbles slightly as she makes her way to the front of the class. I guess the nerves are really getting to her. It doesn't help that someone sniggers, causing her to turn to glare at them. Sayori seems to notice too. She hastens to shoot Natsuki a reassuring smile. Natsuki stands at the front of the classroom with her poem in hand, slight traces of irritation still visible on her face. Anyway, so my poem's called Jump. She takes a deep breath and begins her recital. Just as I was hoping, she's able to interject her trademark bouncy style into the performance, bringing the words to life. She doesn't quite radiate the confidence Monica did, but her unique style shines through, giving the poem a flow and rhythm. While simple, it's effective. My heart sinks as I start picking up the newcomers having their own conversation in the back of the room. I hit with a surge of anger. How can they be so inconsiderate? It's clear that they aren't paying any attention, and from the pause and change in Natsuki's tone, she's clearly picked up on that as well. Why can't they just save their stupid, selfish conversations for after our performances? Her poem comes to an end, but unlike with Monica, there's a slight awkward silence. Once again, there's a round of applause, but it's clear that the audience engagement isn't quite as strong. Great performance, Natsuki. I really like the rhythm of that poem. Natsuki forces a smile and makes her way back to her seat. It's clear that she's upset. Anyway, our Vice President Sayori is next to perform. Hi, everyone. I hope you like my poem. Hehe. She cheerfully skips up to the front, poem in hand. As she turns to face us, she looks a little nervous, fidgeting slightly. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. It's okay, Sayori. Just remember that we've practiced. I've got full faith in you.
Yeah, you've got this. This one's called My Meadow. Sayuri begins her poem. Her soft voice guides us through the recital. There's a remarkable contrast between her cheerful inflection and the more bittersweet nature of the words. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice people casually flicking cupcake wrappers onto the floor, along with candy wrappers lying on the tables. Worse still, the talking is getting louder and more noticeable. Monica looks around at the perpetrators, frowning at them. One of the students lets out a loud yawn, making absolutely no effort to hide it. Another student picks up one of the quotes and nudges it at their friend. They both frown and laugh at the message. I get the horrible feeling it's more the mocking kind of laugh. At this point, I'm seeing red. If we weren't in school, I would have punched these inconsiderate pricks by now. No one should be that rude to Sayuri. She's probably the sweetest person I've ever met. You know, I didn't even, start going hard with Sayuri. The game started going hard with Sayuri. The protagonist already started going hard for Sayuri. So I decided to roll with it. I'm rolling with it. She's probably the sweetest person I've ever met. Despite the now obvious disruptions, she's still trying her best at making a real effort to continue. To her credit, her performance is still commendable. She manages to work through the contrast of her enunciation against the words in her favor. It adds an interesting depth to the poem. I'd love to see more of this side to her. She brings the performance to a close, hands shaking slightly. Lovely poem, Sayuri. You really brought that one to life. Thank you! Something's off their voice. It's like how she was on Friday. Monica stands up, turning to address everyone in the room. Just a polite reminder that it would be much appreciated if everyone could give our poets some respect while they're performing. Monica looks stern while Natsuki looks positively furious. Thank you. Now, the stage is all yours, Yuri. Yuri is looking terrified at this point. Sayuri gives her a reassuring squeeze, and I lean over, whispering into her ear. You've got this, Yuri. Just pretend like it's only me, Natsuki, and Sayuri, and Monica. I can't do this, Smalls. Yes, you can. I believe in you. I've seen how passionate you can become when you talk about the portrait of Markov. I love that. I love seeing that side of you. Besides, I like you said, this would be the perfect chance to meet any of these people. We just don't know yet. She swallows nervously, nodding at my words. Okay, thank you. She raises to her feet, palm clasped firmly to her chest, avoiding eye contact with everyone as she walks up. Her eyes flick up to glance at the classroom when she gets on stage, although she quickly ducks her head back down to look at her poem on the podium. This poem is called An Afterimage of the Crimson Eye. Her voice quivers, and she starts, but unlike her recitation a few days ago, the meek and trembling version of Yuri remains well into the poem. She determinedly forges ahead, but I can tell that she's not enjoying it in the slightest. The rest of the classroom, momentarily subdued by Monica's words, soon begins to grow loud again. After a few lines of the poem, they are even more unruly before. The crinkling of wrappers fills the air, and at a few points, Yuri is almost drowned out by other voices. I catch a few people getting up and leaving the classroom, and by the slight hitch in her voice, it seems that Yuri's seen them as well. Her eyes stay glued to her poem now, and it looks like she's trying her hardest to ignore everyone. One boy quietly wolf whistles at Yuri, causing her to jump, and lowers her head even more. She's practically shaking like a leaf. This is absolutely disgusting behavior, and I open my mouth to say something. Suddenly, Natsuki stands up, a loud scraping noise from her pushing away from the desk, drawing attention to the students. Can you all just shut up? You're really freaking sick of this. How can you guys be so rude? We're trying our best to show you something amazing here, and you're just going to stomp all over our hard work like that? Unbelievable. I can't even understand how people can be this arrogant. Just this plain terrible. I don't want to interrupt you, Yuri, but I can't stand it anymore. You idiots might as well leave if you aren't going to pretend to pay attention. There's complete silence for a beat. Well, this guy looks like a skeeve. He also looks a lot like the teacher we saw earlier. Only came for the food anyway. Let's go, guys. Once this boy speaks up and begins to lead his friends away, one by one, more students start to follow them out the door. I throw a pant looked over to Monica, who's holding a strange, stiff expression on her face. Looks like she's struggling to stay calm for everyone. After a few moments, there's barely anyone left. Yuri, meanwhile, quietly begins speaking again, but her voice is barely audible. There's just a stifling silence accompanying her words. When she finishes, a weak smattering of applause sounds from the few who are left. She unsteadily steps down from the stage, a blank look on her face. She won't look at any of us either. I'm worried about her. Oh, okay. Monica's voice cracks as she speaks up. She's still trying her best to see us through this. I don't think any of us could have predicted it would turn out this way. Is the music distorted? Am I the only one thinking that? It sounds a little distorted. You know? Thank you, Yuri. You did wonderfully. I'm sincerely sorry for all the disruptions and sheer arrogance you had to endure. These kinds of people really are the worst. To those who are left, I want to thank you all for staying and apologizing as well. This is definitely not a normal occurrence for the Literature Club, I assure you. Well, let's finish this off with Malls then. With a heavy heart, I slowly get up and walk onto the stage. When I get to the podium, I'm appalled by the sight of the classroom. Candy and cupcake wrappers are strewn across the floor, and quote cards lay tossed about, with many of the cards now featuring shoe prints over the words.
The remnants of goodie bags are left ripped apart on the desks. Even the kanji curtain looks tangled up and messy. The only students left are the ones who waved at Monica at the beginning. This is what Yuri had to see when reciting her poem. No wonder she didn't want to look up and face these people. Can I really do this? How are the others able to finish their poems? I look at the clock. Only 10:20. Has it really only been 20 minutes? Taking a shaky breath, I begin to speak. Hi everyone. I'd like to take a second to apologize as well, both to those checking out the club today and those who are already in it. But despite everything that's happened, I can say I'm glad I joined since I got to meet so many amazing people. I believe that you guys will love it as much as I did too. Anyhow, I hope that you all enjoy Acquainted with the Night. I start reading, and I'm struck once again by the beauty of the poem. The loneliness and isolation conveyed so accurately. I can relate to a lot of these feelings. I won't be as good as the others that are reciting, but I can only hope that it'll do the poem justice. Thoughts of doing both the poet and the club proud strengthen my spirit and manage to fight through the depressing mood. The quiet of the classroom suits the lines of the poem well, and my recital seems to fly by rather quickly. Excellent performance, Malls. That was a great way to round off things. As I stand down from the stage, Monica stands up to address the room. Thank you all for coming, and I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. That's it for the scheduled recitations, but you guys are free to stay and hang out if you want. There's an awkward silence for a few moments, and the remaining students start to stand up. Hey, Monica. Oh, well, you're new and different and weird. Hey, Monica. Oh, and you too, Moles. I don't know you were in this club. The girl standing before us is actually my homeroom class representative, Shiori. Given that both she and Monica are class reps, they're probably friends. Yeah, I only joined a week ago. Oh, I see. Yep. Hey, the way you guys were treated was seriously awful. It's fine. Haha, thanks for staying. Either way, sorry about everything, Monica. I'll check out the club sometime. She gives a small, commissionary smile, and I'm torn between wondering whether everyone's pitying us or sympathizing with us. They all start to file out of the classroom after a few more goodbyes. Monica keeps a strange smile plastered on her face. Meanwhile, Yuri's her head buried in her arms on the desk. In contrast, Natsuki is staring straight ahead, gritting her teeth. Saori looks down at her desk, picking at a spot on the varnished wood. So, to say there's tension... The room is colored differently. I guess it's dark out. To say there's tension in the air would be a massive understatement. There's silence in the room, made worse by a sense of awkwardness. No one knows what to say. No one expects the festival to end this way, and the impact is hitting us all. Alright, my voice is about to give out, boys. I'm going to call it here. Thank you so much for stopping into the stream. I really appreciate it. Make sure to follow so you know when I go live next. It'll probably be noon for me tomorrow, which is the same time I started this stream. Which is ADT. So if you live in the Eastern time zone, that would be 11 instead of 12. I can't guarantee it'll be exactly around that time, but it'll be around there for sure. My schedule is just a little inconsistent because I work out before I do anything, and when I work out depends on when the other people that live in this apartment wake up, because I don't want to wake them up when I do it. So it's going to depend on that, but it'll be around noon. And make sure to join the Discord and follow the Twitter, where I tweet out when I go live so you can know for sure. But follow me, do all that stuff. Tell your friends, get them to watch the VODs. I'm really awesome, so you should tell them I'm awesome. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll hopefully see some of you guys tomorrow. Alright, peacing out.